of the worst case scenario. Last session we finished with our, I'm not going to call them heroes because they're farther away from that.
Whoa, hey.
Bunch of
Random black you
assassination,
fuck with.
Yeah,
bunch of associated
Uh,
idiots.
they arrived at the capital of the Ni Empire, where there were a few interesting moments, such as when they met Avila. Was that her name? Avila?
Yes, I think so.
My
Yeah,
my
you're
aunt,
right.
yes. Avila.
Avila, yes. And you were trying to figure out a place to. I mean, you know it's at the palace, but you're trying to figure out how you're gonna get into the palace. And as that was happening, we were. I think everyone had their thing. So who wants to go first? I remember Josh and so Naldo and Hamish were.
We were going for a nice refreshing swim to start the morning off.
Yeah, man, I am looking forward to crushing some waves and kicking back on that beautiful sandy surf, man.
Maximum Surfer Dude initiate.
Yeah, man. Welcome back to worst case scenario, man. Too much?
A little. But I like it.
You only gotta love it, dude.
Alrighty. So, what are you doing? No one?
Guess
Alright.
we need to get everyone together.
I mean,
Yeah,
So you just
breakfast.
wait for me. And
yeah, it's
Josh
early
to
morning.
stop,
I mean, you guys
messing
can
about.
join us at the beach.
You'd
Beach? Let's go to the waves?
you'd meet up at the tavern for breakfast. Today they're serving some sort of like spiced spiced chicken. This is a fine establishment. There are no lizards here.
This is an outrage. Like this
Well-
chicken?
What?
It's not quite fried lizard, but it'll do.
Tori tastes the chicken.
Who am I seeing in complete grey? Is that
I would
Nick?
prefer-
It was Nick.
I prefer the lizard.
Right, so have you decided on a plan yet?
Oh, I just remembered something that I never told everyone. Yesterday, when a couple of us went to the library, if you could call it a library, that is, we saw some Black Lotus members escorting some slaves further into the city.
No, you saw them escorting a royal carriage, actually.
Was it?
Yeah, they were at they
Oh,
were
they were near the
they were near
slaves,
the slaves,
weren't
but they
they?
were escorting a royal carriage.
Oh.
Is that potentially the brother then arriving? In the league
Thanks for
with
the first host. I'm not sure entirely who it is.
Hi, Josh.
I was just looking at Josh to see if he would do.
No, this is
a-
actually someone else.
Either
Forget about it!
way, it doesn't look good. It looks
That was
like
not me.
the monarchy maybe, or whatever ruling system there is here, is supported by the Black Lotus.
Okay.
Right, that
Um,
doesn't bode well for us.
I can. I could scout the palace today, and just find out what's going on.
What? All right. Well, we're gonna get into this discussion, aren't we? Again, man. I'm not a huge fan of the subterfuge that's been talked about, man. I call me resistant, call me whatever, man. But I feel like a slightly more tactful approach using words would probably render us better off.
What if
Mm.
we act?
Well,
I
before
mean-
we start thinking about this, I think we need to look at our options. Look at what ways in there are. Apparently, didn't some people see some guards kicking people out or something?
The guard were kicked out. When
Oh, right.
the whose brother is it?
Ragnar, so the brother of the king.
Ragnar's brother.
No.
The brother of the king has recently arrived, and the guards got kicked out. And also, if a royal carriage just arrived, escorted by Black Lotus, and kicking guards out, it just sounds like there's secrecy and people like dealing with bad kind of people in this palace. I really think that the best move is not necessarily to just walk in the front and say who we are and what we want. That could
I'm with AR.
bite us in the ass more than potentially
Of
going in.
that,
I believe going in without having a clear lay of the land would be a bad idea.
yeah, man,
So-
I'm right there with you, man. I just feel like if we do end up like trying to make our way into the castle, I feel like we should have someone to fall back and say, "Oh, hey, that guy, man, he knows us. He knows what we're up to, man." So we have some sort of alibi, man. Like if we get into the castle eventually, like that's when we can do some snooping and shit, man. But
What if we present ourselves as drug dealers?
How would that help exactly?
yeah, man,
I-
how does that help?
Well,
You
they're
see,
rich.
I-
They must like drugs.
See, I thought a good way is like to try and find better entrances and how to best avail ourselves inside. A small, like, surveillance team going in ahead wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe AR and Pierce Brosnan, maybe.
What if
You
we
also-
do the bear cat?
you also have a man.
So it tells me he's good at the spying
I mean,
thing.
you also have a man who
I
can
would-
transform into a spider.
What if we
Ah.
use the bear
That's free.
catapult again? I liked the bear catapult.
Have we assessed
It weren't
the
exactly
relative?
subtle.
Have we
No,
assessed the
man,
relative?
nor was it like quiet.
The,
In terms of layout, I mean, if we were to spend a day trying to gather some information, the question would be what sort of information would be helpful. One thing that I'm thinking could be if we could track down anybody who worked on this palace in any capacity, either I don't know how old it is, building it or upkeep and things like that, that might have access to or know where a blueprint is or a map of some kind, or just information on ways in and out.
Borinok is sitting, but he
Well-
said he wants to get an idea of what the leadership is like before doing anything else.
I agree. That's why I
I
wanted
could-
people to go in ahead, you know, as a surveillance, get
Yeah.
an idea of.
I could cause distraction.
What? Are you
no.
trying a coup on an empire?
You could actually cause
Hmm.
distraction. That could help.
Cut to 3 seconds
Depending on which
later,
way we
we're
go.
doing Les Mis style,
They-
setting barricades.
I
Well,
wanted to try
I-
this.
I don't know if distractions, man, are the best like option in the sense that I feel like your distraction requires a little bit more explosions.
No. This will not require a single explosive, unfortunately.
Oh,
Wait, let me see if it works.
Pray tell, man. Pray
and
tell.
how
Damn it,
exactly
are you
are
ill?
you going to seduce?
I will only seduce the guards as the last resort. Or if I get
By the way, Zed, don't forget
So
you
in
do
the
have
worst-case
a
scenario. You seduce the guards.
Zed, you do
man?
have an
in the worst
you
case
do have an
scenario.
exhaustion level. Don't forget that.
I know.
Speaking of worst case scenarios, have we considered how things would go if they went wrong? If we
Well-
attempt to sneak in, we will almost certainly be placed under arrest, potentially executed. If we go in for a conversation and the conversation goes poorly, the worst thing that happens is we get kicked out.
The worst
Nami-
thing that's
Well,
happened
how
is that we
about-
could be thrown in jail and
Publicly
hopefully
executed.
I mean, man, we
Well,
could
ma-
talk about worst case scenarios like all day long, man. But I feel like if we go in unannounced as like a spying team, it has to be really, really specific. We have to lay out some guidelines. But the
Correct.
goal I don't love this idea personally, man.
Well, actually, Melda, my first thought, if anybody were to accompany me, would potentially be yourself, as you could become really small, can't you? Some kind of very small creature.
Yeah, man. I also happen to have something of a shadow spell on my side that sort of gives us less, uh, or it gives us the better ability to hide.
Hmm.
I
Well,
don't have it
that's excellent.
today, uh,
Okay.
but it is something that I could look into grabbing going forward.
Well,
If we are committing to this strategy, then I could also prepare abilities to assist, dulling sound, making people better at moving quietly, that kind of thing.
Might
So,
I
as
suggest
far as
mine?
the distraction doesn't sound like a bad idea, as potentially, say if Naldo, if you were with me on the inside, if anything were to like go wrong, or if we were to potentially be noticed, the distraction, you would be able to communicate to somebody to like begin the distraction.
Uh, yes and no, man. Like I super yes. There's wow. Yes. Okay, so Everest. Remember that last big city where we were in, man, where I'd like sort of wandered off for a little bit. My
Yeah.
my ability to communicate with people over longer distances has been greatly diminished, man. I really have to be within a close proximity to them to
Thanks for
like,
the host,
communicate.
Cross. Sorry.
Uh,
I didn't mean to interrupt. I just
Yeah.
like to thank people.
but like yeah, no, I'm right there with you, and there
You don't
may
have the
be
message
something
spell, do you?
else.
To be very
to-
specific.
To that end,
I don't have message. No,
Okay.
to that end, I could contribute something for that. If I
Uh-huh.
was with you, I can send a message remotely with a sending spell.
Nice.
How are you in stealth-wise?
On the face of it, not amazing, but
The talk to suit kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
I think
but with magical assistance, it might be okay.
But the other thing, man, is I feel like this subterfuge party might benefit from a little bit of intel about the surrounding areas before going in.
yeah,
So-
maybe since you don't have that spell today, perhaps today can be an information gathering, maybe information that would help determine what a good distraction would be and where to place it.
Yeah, man.
I could go back to my aunt, try and get some contacts in the merchants guild. Maybe somebody, an architect or somebody who knows the city a bit better. Find
That-
underground
or
passages.
The thing
Or-
is, we have
Maybe
one
the
team
palette-
that goes and scouts, one
Exact-
team that goes to ask for information off people, and then I don't know.
I know.
I
I
will
feel
prepare my
if we should
distraction.
scout tomorrow for the just for the extra spell. You're talking about the little meta. You're talking about Pass Without Trace.
Oh, me, yes,
that it?
very much so. Pass without a trace.
Where does that-
meta-wise?
Where
I
does
believe
that like? Does it have to be like naturey, or like does that just work anywhere?
so. Pass without a trace does not have any specific requirements besides being within 30 feet of myself while the spell is ongoing as a concentration spell for
Okay.
up to 1 hour. So I am able to cast the spell then wild shape, but I believe Matt has something that I also do as enhanceability. So
Yeah.
we can also take advantage of that.
Enhanced ability granting advantage, whereas the Pass Without Trace giving a plus, so they like stack in
Yeah.
a really.
I already
once-
have
I once
advantage.
did that with my
No.
rogue. I rolled a 39 on stealth.
Yeah, so like, man, I feel like that's a pretty good split. We've got like a research crew, we've got like a scouting crew. Is there anything anyone else has on their agenda for this morning, man?
And I will
I would-
prepare distraction.
I was going to say, I don't even have to go in with you. I could just, bless you with enhanced
Achoo.
abilities.
That's you.
Yes, quite. Bless you with enhanced abilities before you make your entrance, and then leave you to it. Being in touch with sending spells as necessary.
Aye, and if Pierce goes with you, then he can communicate with Body Knock and let us know what's going on. That way, if you need assistance, we can try and get to you.
Well, there is something I'd
Or
like to
cause a
know.
distraction.
Body Knock, you've been rather quiet. What do you think? You usually deep in thought. I imagine you've come up with some sort of plan while we've been talking. And
Well,
Saying
look at
rubbish.
him. His mouth is full of
Amazing,
food.
man.
He's been
I'm not sure if
very into his
I'm not sure if Sam is
breakfast.
still eating.
Now I'm
Um,
here now. Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, man, how was the bacon, man?
From below the table. Yes.
I personally would really prefer to get a measure of that of the leader, the Empress, I believe she is. I have a
Matt would have a sort of like an idea on this. He would know that the Empress in this country, even for like the common people, is revered as a god. So she is considered to be the coming of the god to the earth.
Mhm.
Yes, just so you are all aware, the context of this plan, we are essentially planning to break into the home of what is considered avatar of a god or a goddess herself in some respects.
I am so fucking down for this.
She
I feel like there's a double entendre there, man, but I appreciate it.
Sorry,
What are you saying? What are you saying, Sam? By the way.
Body Knocker just has an expression of extreme skepticism. Looks around to make sure nobody's listening. Is there some actual proof that she's a goddess, or is this just some kind of claim?
Make
well, I think it's more that the common people, see her
Faust, make a
as
religion.
a goddess.
Faust, make a religion check.
Oh, okay.
I just heard a rooster crow. I'm very feeling this vibe right now.
The cleric rolls a 5 on religion.
It's
Wrong
in
five, though.
base. It's the fucking
It's
stupidest thing.
in-based.
It's
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
it's a strong
It's a
five.
strong.
it's yeah, it is a strong.
I
five.
mean, roll it
Yes.
again, because I'd say let's give you advantage since you're from this country and you're a cleric of the fucking religion. Oh my
we're
god!
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
shit.
stupid religion isn't wisdom. Assuming that it's a
Okay, you
cleric
know
must
this
have.
that there is.
You have zero on religion, though.
How do you have 0 on wisdom when you're a fucking cleric?
No. It's wisdom is great.
Intelligence based.
It's because a religion is an intelligence-based one. Yeah. So like, my int isn't that great because you need wisdom to be a cleric, not int. So
God,
it's,
the
it's
Wait,
weird.
stats are
is
so
religion
dumb.
intelligence?
it
Yep,
is.
As
Yeah.
is
So dumb.
nature.
It's any
pooling
knowledge.
information.
That insults me.
Anyway,
Nature
I
and
sometimes
the 7 is enough for you to
Yeah.
know this. You know that so you know that there's a highest priestess, which is the one that chooses the leader at a young age. So you know that the leader is chosen sometimes as it's born or even before it's born. So the highest priestess, which is the highest religious figure in the country, sort of chooses the leader.
like out of game wise, are we talking like Temple of Doom shit where they kidnap the kids and like force them to
More
becoming the
sort
leader?
of more like The Dalai Lama.
Dalai
Yeah,
Lama?
sort of more like the Dalai Lama, sort of thing.
Oh shit.
So you're telling me China's trying to get their own Dalai Lama?
This is not China. This is Egypt. But yes.
Exactly. So you're telling me that Kina is trying to get their own Dalai Lama? Damn, that'd be fucked, my dude.
You're not in. Anyway.
So Nolte is trying to fuck Tutankhamun. That's what's up.
Straight up.
So I think there's three areas we want to look at then today is maybe access to the town, to access to like through the town and the hierarchy just to get us close to the castle, palace, and then information about the palace, architecture, ways in, and stuff like that, and perhaps then thirdly, what's going on, just the political situation, who knows about Ragnar and what's going on in the castle at all. And then we meet back here and put all that together.
While you guys are talking, you see that a cat walks in the tavern. Looks.
How does he get through the door?
Oh,
There's no
my
door.
allergies.
The door is just like beads.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And he sort of like sits in a small. You thought it was like a stool, but now it looks more like maybe a throne of some kind for the. And you see like some people like approaching the cat and like giving some offerings, mainly food.
Do I know what the fuck?
You
this
know
is
that
about?
in your
Like,
in this country, cats are revered as not gods but celestial beings.
Yeah, thought he would kind of like lean in. What the fuck are they doing to the cat? As they praying away their allergies. I would like to do that too.
Matt?
I would like. Well,
Sorry, I was about to say, hey Naldo, do you reckon as a cat you'd be able to get into the palace?
you know what, man? That makes an interesting thought. I'm gonna take like 10 minutes, man, and like prepare myself because I want to talk with this cat. I want to have a solid conversation with this fun-looking striped individual, man, and I wanna learn some shit, man.
What kind
Do
of
be
habitat?
aware that they are revered. Yeah. So do treat it with the utmost respect, lest you
Yeah,
anger
man.
the locals.
It might be an asshole. Be careful about
It's a
that.
cat.
it is a cat,
Cat
probably.
rat.
No, cats do have assholes, man. Like that's how they get rid of. You don't know?
No, he
My
might
father
be
once
an
built a
asshole,
mechanical
not
cat
have
and we
one.
have no such thing.
Wait. Okay, all right, never mind. Sorry. Early in the morning, man.
Well, so people are going to try and infiltrate. People are going to learn information. I will prepare my circus number.
Your what?
Do not worry. This will get information one way or another.
You know what, man? If you're
If I'm
able to
arrested-
like incorporate cats into that, man, I feel like people will be more receptive, man.
Well,
As long as they're not
cat mod.
harming the cats.
I can only incorporate this. He places the Roomba on the table. I've made some slight alterations. Taps twice on the Roomba. It kind of like unfolds into a sort of robotic jester with
Oh my
horns.
god.
Can we roll for the structural integrity of the table as the transforming
Did you put
Roomba?
the golem on the table?
It's a specialized golem, so it's quite light.
Okay. How heavy is it?
Alright.
It's not that heavy because it's mainly made out of wood.
Catapult.
You're a fire entity and you made your golem out of wood?
I mean, not completely wood.
The Burning Man?
Only the important structural parts are made out.
No, the important structural parts are metal. The rest is wood. To have a sleeker
So
design.
the DM knows how to.
I took the
The
football
DM
market
DM now knows how to kill the golem. Fireball.
You'll only kill the outside.
Okay.
It will still function
Alright.
because the inside's metal.
And
The wood is just to make it look pretty.
okay.
So I'm going to sit down and ritually cast Speak with Animals. And then after that, I will just shake myself off, rub my shoulders.
I'm already
a little
role playing the
bit.
cat.
Sam wanted to know what type of cat it was.
Yeah, this is
So it was
important.
very
Okay,
important.
so
That is
I
very
agree.
important.
he is a fully black cat with tiny white paws and a white nose.
What kind of breed are we
Ooh.
talking about?
You wouldn't be able. He looks more like a stray, so like a mixture of breeds. You're not entirely sure what it is.
Give me exact cat head to tail measurements.
Give me a s-
Exactly. I want it down by the nanometer.
Nah, dude, we're doing inches.
So it's sort of like a tuxedo cat. No, that's actually a thing.
Does it have a small bow tie?
That's actually the name.
Does it have a small bow
I
tie?
used to play that game.
Yeah.
So he would
Does it
look
have-
like this,
does it have
but
a small bow tie in its fur?
he would sort of look like the thing I'm putting on general, but like older.
Oh, kitty.
And
This guy
as
is
you
cool.
approach him, he's just like,
Wait. No, I'm not approaching
Oh,
him
okay.
yet. As I'm preparing myself, I'm gonna look and observe as to what offerings are being made.
you see bits of food that a cat would eat, as well as catnip.
I have a question.
Is there a bowl of milk in and around this?
There
cat?
is a bowl of water, replenished by the tavern keeper every now and then.
A question, if I may. Is there cat hair around the tavern?
Not at all.
This will not trigger Thori's allergies.
Are you gonna
Um,
approach the cat? People seem to be giving like bits
I
of their
am-
breakfast, like the chicken and stuff, and it seems to eat it.
I'm going to slowly approach the cat. In a rather.
Can you technically already understand it?
Oh yeah.
He goes, more food.
Hey, my man. What's up, dude?
Everyone in the tavern just hears like a man saying meow, meow. And the cat sort of like stares at you.
Well, no, you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate, but
Wouldn't it,
Yes, you speak
Does
cat
it
you
now.
speak? I would say you.
my
I would say you
voice?
speak cat now.
Yeah,
Dope.
because
Hell
you're
yeah.
the one who comprehends the
Yeah,
language, not
yeah.
the creature. So yeah,
Alrighty.
So yeah, it's a
Cat.
self target. So I'd say that. So the cat looks
Cool.
at you. Well, this is new.
yeah, man.
And he sort of like starts
Uh,
licking his
what's up,
nails.
dude? How's it going?
Well, best place for a world for a cat to live in is Kai. What you'd expect.
Dude, I'm right there with you, man. You get everything you want. Are you a fan of milk at all?
I've been known to delve into drink every now and then.
Hey,
He's a
fair
fucking
enough,
posh
man.
cat as well.
Yeah, hey, I'm slightly new to this area, man, but if you've got any good tidbits of information that like can be divulged, excuse me, to me for either just friendly conversation and or maybe trade, maybe not. I'd be very interested to see your opinion on the world, man.
Make a persuasion.
Okay. I'm okay with this. I'm not Jekos. I can do this.
Jackals and he's not one perception. Oh my god.
mm.
The cat, like, you talk to the cat, but he seems like he wasn't really paying attention to what you were saying. And then he proceeds to say, why do humans get mad when I wake them up? They could always sleep during the day as I do.
Woman's man?
Sorry, you were saying?
Like human woman?
You were saying?
Oh, well, man, I'm just interested. Like, are you able to go in and out of that palace, man? That sounds like a dope kind of adventure.
I can go anywhere. As long as there's an open door.
Thanks, dude. I've heard love is an open door, man. Have you found any of that?
He like tilts his head but doesn't really say anything.
Sorry, man. It's
What is
it's a little
love?
phrase from
The cat says, what is love, sir?
What is love?
Oh,
It'll hurt me.
I have
No,
now
no,
queued
no.
2 musical
No,
references.
no.
Yeah, man. Hey, love is the true appreciation for another someone or someone's in a more deep and understanding way.
So a way that a knee person would think of a cat. I get what you mean. I'm loved. And he sort of like gets back into drinking a bit of water.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, if you've got any like information about like cool stuff to see in this city, man, that you're like, hey, that's dope. I'd love to hear about it, man.
He looks at you. Do you have any food for me?
Do I have any food for you, man? I can procure some food for you, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't eat the best food myself, man.
At this point,
Unless you're interested in some good old mushrooms or this stuff I just found called kale.
at this point, most of like the tavern has stopped from what they're doing. Just like stared at the dude.
The
There's
conversation
just like
that's
a
going on.
dude just meowing at a cat. And the tavern keeper. You were right, sir.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hey, this furry fella is a dope guy, man.
Let me make a
Uh,
wisdom check for the tavern keeper. Let me make a wisdom check for the tavern.
I'm not the person to intervene,
I
but
just
I will.
broke the
'cause-
DM. I just broke the DM.
He ponders for a bit, and then all right. So you're talking to the cat. I mean, we do
Yeah, man.
revere them, but I've never seen anyone talk to them.
Yeah, man, they're cool individuals, man. When you get the chance, man, you should talk to a cat, man. They've got some cool stuff to say, man.
Interesting. I will procure ways to do it. As you turn back, the cat is not there anymore. It's probably wandered
Ah.
off.
Darn. I didn't even ask his name, man.
The tavern keeper. People call it Nibbles around here. Do not know if that's his actual
yeah,
name.
man.
Tom,
the interesting thing
Tom
is, man,
laughing
you're-
while he's
they're-
muted.
Man, it's interesting, man. You like there are 3 names that you can go by in life, and there it goes something like there's one you give yourself, one that you're given, and one that you make for yourself. Hey, I'd be interested to know the other ones, man. But thanks, man. You got any cool information for us newcomers about this fun city of yours that reveres cats in such an awesome way?
So tourist information. And you see him like reach under his counter and take out like a small tourist pamphlet sort of thing, and placing it on a table and opening it up. It has like a small map of the city. And this is the palace, but it's really not allowed to.
I calmly, while this is happening, put my hand over it and just push it away and say, man, I'm looking for something a little bit less on the beaten path, man.
Oh, something more typical, something more where the tourist wouldn't be.
Yeah.
The locals frequent.
I mean, you have the local cultural centers. There are a lot of theaters here and there who do small plays. People do tend to do a bit of physical activity by well, it's this sort of game that they have what do you call a club and a ball, and they hit it and then run around.
Oh, paddleball, man?
They call it baziball.
Oh, dude, I heard
Just-
of that, man. It's that weird kind of game that requires almost no skill, but is kind of fun.
Very boring sometimes as well. Takes hours.
Yeah,
No one
dude.
really understands the rules as well. Wait, am I talking about cricket or baseball at this point?
Is this the time with the cat?
Probably baseball.
No, he's talking to
'cause
the
they
tavern
run
keeper.
That
around.
depends. How long does a game last?
Well, there's also like the small parks we have around the city, and he points at them up, the sort of like the lake areas. These are quite nice. They have some like traditional food vendors, as well as some like light architectural work, mostly artistic. Our country does revere a bit of arts. You do have the beach where there's also a few fishing ships. Not entirely sure what you're looking for, sir.
Hey, fair enough, man. I was just looking for some cool information, and
Hey,
I
wha-
appreciate it.
What goes on at the palace? Do they entertain a lot?
Well, it's hard to know.
Is it
Most
more
of
of
the
a
things,
government building?
well, most of us commoners don't really know what happens within the palace walls. Mostly only the royal family enters, as well as some guests from the outside world, and the highest priestess, and some like high-level priestess, the house workers. Um, it's very rare for them to receive outsiders. They sometimes receive nobles for some in private talks, but most of this is done. The empress actually comes to the home of people in those sort of to the nobles when she actually needs to have a conversation with them.
Interesting.
What sort of people frequent these inner sections of the city?
So in the area that we are right now, it's mostly commons and low merchants. In the next section is mostly high-level merchants, the ones who control the biggest merchant companies in the Knee Empire. And a
Guild houses and such?
sort of. On the next level, it's the high-end nobles. So the ancient families who supposedly, well, it's from these families that the empress is chosen usually, or the emperor. They're families from that were the originators of the country many years ago. I think it's
Interesting
around.
thought.
Well, the countries have been formed around 800 years ago, something on those sense.
Interesting
Oh,
thought.
by the way,
man.
I don't know if I've told you guys this. The year that you guys are is the year 800.
Okay.
Fantastic. Hey man, cat-wise, what does the city really have to offer besides these little fellas? Are we talking any big boys? Are we talking any like alpha kind of cats, man? What can I find throughout this fun, funky city, man?
I mean, we do treat all cats equally. They are not owned. They have their own free will, and we allow them in and outside of the houses.
I guess, man, what I'm trying to get at is if a panther or a tiger or something big walked into the city, how would it be treated, man?
Well, those animals are sort of different because they put in the people in danger. They have not been. We don't treat them as anything better than they are. Cats, we do view them as something more. There's
Okay,
different
man.
approaches to the vision. Some of us consider it to be the souls of our ancestors coming back, whilst others just believe it's small energies of the gods who have descended upon the earth.
Can I put a light to the celestial lamp?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let that burn while we're doing
Interesting.
things. In case another cat comes around and curious.
The flame does burn a bit green. It's green, right? Yeah. Slightly greenish, but it's very faint. It's you think it's pointing in the direction of the center of the city, the palace area.
Oh,
If
okay.
I move closer or further away from it, does it still detect?
Yeah, it does.
That cool.
It does.
Tat I got.
But it's like that yellowish green color, not like And this bit that you're seeing is like proper green. Just a tad bit, but in you think it's probably the distance because you only see like the last ends of it.
Alrighty, man. Well, that was a super productive conversation, man. I guess I'll thank the bartender. Drop him a. We'll throw him 2 silver pieces. And I will start walking away from him back towards the rest of the group.
Okay.
Wow, guys. Well, that was a lot of talking on my part. Do you need me to translate any of that for anyone?
No, I think we got the gist of it. But it seems like cats have the run of the place, so if you wanted to travel around the city, you could do that a bit more freely than the rest of us.
Yeah, dude. I'm super stoked about it, man.
It seems like one of the inner couple of rings of the city may be the best places to gather information about what's going on in the palace politically. I don't think anybody in this outside area is going to have much to know about that.
So, who's going out first, and where are they going? You got.
Well, I'm tempted to see if my aunt has any information. If anybody would like to go with me.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to open up this shit again.
Just
You
to
know, she
clarify
might know
things,
somebody with some. I go for it.
we were going to split up into 2 or 3 groups. One to just walk around, see if there are any decent ways that we can access the upper city from, and 2 would be for research at or around the library or such places of learning, and then 3rd would be visiting your aunt.
Wait.
Well,
I think it's
it
more
was-
like,
it's
what do
mainly-
we need to know?
well, I was going to see if she knew any good, any architects or masons that might have knowledge of like an undercity or a way between the rings. Another option is we check in with the Sandbeggars, see if they know anything.
I could look at that.
Perhaps Flint might be able to discover something about the city's plumbing. Maybe there's a way in through the sewers.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my
Yes!
That could,
That's an excellent idea, Val.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yes.
denying that.
I was thinking if maybe I could try and see if I can get in touch with well, the Inquisitors. They quite often have different branches in different cities, or maybe even the Gothy.
Sam, anything? Sam?
I think. do you want to start a fucking coup?
That would be hilarious.
You know what's a good way to start a coup? There's a circus.
The more
I was gonna say sex scandal, but okay.
That can also work. I am a man of many talents.
The
Samuel?
more I hear about this place's system of government, the more I do think a coup is tempting, but perhaps we should hold off on that until we know a little bit more about who we're dealing with here. They could legitimately be a god of some kind, but I have my reservations about that.
Okay.
The plumbing, however, that seems like a solid lead, so maybe the library will have some books on that.
So no one is going to the palace as of now, right?
I'm going
No.
to the entrance.
No.
Of the
Okay.
palace, or as close as I can get to do my circus.
Okay, so let's start with you since you're going to the closest area of the castle. Anyone going with him?
Wait,
Do we want to have someone with him, man?
That's up
Just
to you.
his, like eyes on.
I'm taking the demon robot Jester with me. Look at him. He's responsible.
I-
His neck like.
Is this the distraction you were planning? Because I thought we were saving that for tomorrow.
This will also be information gathering. It will serve both purposes.
Okay. I think I shall go with him to babysit.
We can buy Blizzard on the way.
Oh
Hey,
yes,
good
that's a
idea.
good idea.
You make your way through the common let's say circle, passing through the
Do we pass slave market?
no, not this way.
Oh.
You go through the first gates. There's no problem there. The guards sort of like look at you for a while. You don't seem.
Well, I would like to put Demon Jester in Humba form so he may be easily hidden in my backpack.
But they don't really like pay much attention to you. Sort of walk in.
No one ever expects a Demon
Once
Jester.
you reach the high end, the circle, so this one, the entrance, the guards sort of stop you. Like, what is your business here?
Well, good sir, I am the amazing Thori, and I have come to give a free performance to anyone who would be willing to watch.
What sort of
With my lovable assistant, take out the backpack, place the Roomba, and point at it.
he sort of looks at the Roomba. It's like,
Would you like to press the button on it, sir?
I'd rather you press it.
Very well. After I press the button, he kind of like stretches out his arms and begins to unfold, bowing as he unfolds.
As it like it's like sort of like a building. He immediately takes out his lance, is like, and a bit scared at the whole situation.
Creature.
And he
Kind of like stretches out, bows. As he bows his neck, kind of like,
goes, well, that does seem like an interesting contraption. What sort of
Yes, this
shows
is
do you do?
fun.
And who's the other man?
This here is my accountant.
Good deception check on that.
Horrible with the coinage.
Make a deception check on that.
It's true, he is rather terrible.
Can I get advantage because of that?
I would say you'd get advantage because of that, but since he's dressed as a fucking like medieval ages plague doctor, it counts as a disadvantage, so a
Oh.
normal roll.
He's in his goth
It's
phase.
a normal roll.
I'm going through some shit right
I'm
now.
going to make a normal roll.
Right, where is-
Deception.
where is- Strong
He
seven.
looks at you and he doesn't really believe you, to be honest.
Fine. This is my doctor in case the show goes wrong and I am injured during the performance. I think he's also an accountant.
He takes a look at you and like he sees the medical equipment. He's like, all right. So what sort of shows would you do?
Well, you see, my beautiful assistant here, he performs most of the act while I cheer on the crowd.
He stares at you.
This is
Well,
this is a masterful
before
construction.
we take you inside, should you do a performance for us? And he turns to the other guards and like they sort of like giggle a bit, like, and they nod. Yes, do a performance for us, and then we'll decide.
As his accountant, I must say that he should not be performing for free. If you wish to see a performance, you may hand some coin over like everybody else.
He says, if the performance is good enough, I will pay. And he places down 20 gold. He shows you 20 gold. I will pay 20 gold, and I will allow you in. With an
If the
escort, of course.
performance is not good enough, this will be great exposure.
You get paid in exposure if it's shit. And if you do impress us, I will take you inside with, of course, an escort.
Very well, very well. Ladies and gentlemen, but mostly gentlemen, gather around.
Let's see. I mean, quite a bit of a crowd gathers around. You see around 30 people just stopping from their daily lives to look at you.
Coming from far and wide, a beautiful assistant, the robotic Jester, which is still unnamed. Everyone, a round of applause, please.
Let me roll. I mean,
He's back to his room.
there's a couple of clubs.
I would like I would like to augment the sound of applause with some thaumaturgy to like,
All right.
you know, make like fake
It does.
applause.
Is Frost my hype man?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a nice applause sound.
Is back to his room report. You may ask, ladies and gentlemen, how can this simple circular contraption be a great assistant for a show? Well, I would need one brave person from the audience to come forward.
Most people look like very uncomfortable, but you see a teen-looking water Gnazi girl approach.
If she looks vaguely interested, come, my girl. What is your name?
My Agatha. My name is Agatha.
Aga. Well, press the button. You will see my assistant come to life before your
She
eyes.
takes a while, but she sort of like presses the button, and
He can like twists himself up, doing a pose, and then bowing before her.
she looks. You see like a bit of like, I'm missing the word, like glitter in her eyes, sort of thing, like spark in her eyes. She gets a bit more interested.
Oh. Now, everyone, for the show to begin. And as I stretch my hands, I'm gonna cast pyrotechnics to make like colorful lights appear behind me, flashing,
Okay.
and a little bit of smoke to come.
So what is the show gonna be?
I mean, it's mostly like the juggling, acrobatics. It's gonna like it has a built-in flamethrower.
So
So it's like gonna like bend backwards, shoot the flamethrower, and I'm gonna jump through the fire.
okay, roll a performance check for both of you, with advantage.
I cannot roll for the golem because he has one charisma. He's just following a routine.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for you. It makes more sense. You're controlling him.
With advantage?
Yeah, because of the
I
pyrotechnics.
think juggling sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just going for performance, the general performance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not your
not
best
bad.
performance. You're
not
training
bad.
as it's nice. People are the guard, the knight. Let me roll for the guard. Lucky fucking bastard. He looks at you.
Mhm.
Well, that was quite a show, and he places down the 20 gold next to you.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. You are always welcome to come see my performance again.
I will take a couple of guards with you.
Well, of course, of course.
He points at the two of like the big, like muscly, chunky guards, and like they approach you, like, sir, this way.
I want to kind of wink at them.
They seem unresponsive.
Damn it.
The whole royal guard has to be straight. That's the rule of the king, of the queen.
I want to kind of like lean into close to Faust. Holy shit, that worked.
That was significantly better than I expected, I will admit.
Well, I was part of a circus once.
You make
Once.
your way inside, and we'll come back to you guys in a bit. Anyone else who? Let's go with Josh's group.
I would just like to say the robot jester worked.
Let's go to Josh's group. Is that Josh and Nick?
Aye.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey. You mentioned something, man, about your aunt going back to see her, man. Do you care to take a quick dip in the ocean before we do that, man?
I thought we did that before breakfast.
You did that before breakfast.
Why do you want to go back?
I'm sorry, storyline. Josh is completely confused right now. I thought we skipped
No,
that
you did
for
it in the morning before the breakfast.
No, I think we played it as like we went for dip before
Yeah.
breakfast.
So
And then we came
you're
back
going
for
to
the meeting.
Avila's house, right?
Yeah,
Aye.
yeah. Yes,
Um,
that's what we're doing.
You see her.
I'll come with as
Okay.
well, I think.
Oh fuck shit.
Oh,
Fuck shit, cunt.
Yeah, Tom.
So is the library off then?
I was never going to the library.
You can still go to the library. Okay,
Yeah, I think.
you see as Avila is outside the house, sort of like smoking some sort of pipe.
Do I recognize the scents coming off of the pipe as we make our way?
Smells
closer?
like tobacco.
Shame. Damn shame.
Hello again, Auntie.
She takes a nice squint. Ah, Tavish, how are you?
That's actually closer. Yeah, I'm good. I thought I'd check back in and see how you're doing.
Well, I see you have. Oh, you brought Norris with you, and she looks at Flint.
Oh, hello. This is Flint.
Ah, Fritz. Pleasure to meet you.
And you.
Yeah, good to see you again, man.
I feel like we would have briefed Flint on what my hunt's like before we got there.
Your memory is famed.
I would probably have like prepped him on the fact that me and most of my family don't get on.
Well, thank you, Fallon.
You're quite right.
So we were wondering if maybe you could. We're looking to find maybe a plumber or a mason, somebody who works, for the city, and we wondered if you might know anybody.
Well, there is this young lad. He lives near the gate. The western gate. Sorry, the northern gate. I don't quite recall his name, but his family has worked in plumbing for generations.
Shocker.
What did you say, Inigo? It's like...
I didn't see anything. I was just slightly surprised you forgot the name, because normally you're so good at remembering.
She slaps the back of your head. It's like, shut up, Oberon.
Sorry, I deserve that, Auntie. I don't suppose you could tell us whereabouts we could find him. I know he said near the gate, but maybe a bit more detail.
Well, he has a shop open. The second or third house to the left.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Anything else?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Neymar.
No, unless you want help with anything around the shop. I don't want to.
Yes, she called you Neymar, Josh.
Yeah, man. It's been really great talking with you.
Well, see you soon, all. And she takes a
All?
all.
Is she now using just one name for all of us instead of coming up with an alphabet worth of names?
I mean, if you want it. Well, Future and Neftali and Casper, I will see you soon.
I'll make sure to check in with you before I go.
You better. And she throws a
Before
rock,
we
and
leave
she throws a rock at you, but misses by like a mile wide.
Could I try and catch that out of the air?
Make a dexterity check, but it's quite far away. You need to jump for it. You try like jump for it to grab it, and just like fall face first into the ground.
Ow!
She doesn't seem to. She either doesn't seem to care, or she hasn't noticed. Tom, are you still eating?
Bad.
Kind of,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
sorry.
No, I'm just checking because you're still in the dark.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Chinese takeaway. It's not the cleanest of foods, so I don't want to
Give me a second. I actually need to go get some grab a bit of water. Give me a second. You can roleplay a bit if you want.
We're all kind of split up though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I found the name. of the demon.
Josh is gone now as well. Can't even roleplay within R3.
Oh.
Found the name for the demon jester.
That's fine. I'm gonna try and track down sandbaggers and see what I can get out of them.
Yeah, good shout.
What's the name, Zay?
Algia.
Okay. How's that? written?
Algea. It will make sense.
Okay.
As you may see in its attack, Algea, go fuck 'em up.
Okay,
Uh,
so
Change it to go
you
fuck
make your way up to the north, and surely enough, it was not on the left, but on the right.
oh, I'm really excited to talk to someone who knows about plumbing. I haven't had a proper conversation about plumbing in such a long time.
You see this
Aye, and hopefully he's some sort of civil engineer underneath.
middle-aged,
That'd be really
do you
useful.
think halfling, with brown hair, like a small stubble, dressed in like looks like a onesie sort of thing. And he's just looking at some plans or something of some sort.
Hello there.
Um,
We're wondering if you might help us.
Sure. What could I help you with?
Well, my aunt Azula sent me away. She said you're one of the
Did you
best
just
plumbers
change
in the city.
the name of your aunt?
Yeah.
Well, what sort of things would you be procuring?
Well, we were wondering if maybe you've worked under the city, whether there's some form of sewage system or pipage. My mate Flint here is somewhat of an avid plumber, and he was wondering if he could pick your brain about a few things.
Yes, I'm a bit of a, well, plumbing enthusiast, you might say. I've been to many cities. I've seen many kinds of plumbing, aqueducts included.
Crawl through massive
I'm
pipes
just
of
very
shit.
curious as to how this city operates.
Well,
it gets me so excited.
well, there's three main plumbing systems, and he opens up a map of the city, and he points at the three things you see on the left side of the map that's sort of like leaning to the ocean. Well, you know, the lower district doesn't really have access to a plumbing system, of course. It's too poor. There is one plumbing system for each one of the other three circles. The lowest one is for the circle of the merchants. It's not really high quality. It works for the entire a big chunk of the population. The top one is only for the highest nobles. That one is in pristine condition. It was actually my great grandfather who assembled it many years ago. And then you have the central one. This one is top notch. Probably one of the best plumbing systems in the world. It works for the palace and the palace alone.
Interesting. It's interesting how even the plumbing is elitist.
Well, it takes an elite plumbist to actually create a good system. So I heard you have some plumbing knowledge?
Well, I'm getting there.
He sort of like looks around. Well, I actually may have a thing here that would work for you. And he gives you a book. Study through there. You might learn a few other things.
Oh, this looks like a much more in-depth novel, if you will, than the one I could. I mean, the one I currently have says plumbing for dummies on the front. So this one looks a bit more professional.
Yeah, this is the one all my family members read when we're around 6 or 7. We start very young.
Oh, probably a step up then. How much would you like for it?
It's fine. Take it. I have a few other copies.
You sure? That's sort of
You're a friend of
that's
Avila's. The
nice.
woman is crazy, but she was able to send you here. I would call that a victory.
See, yes.
By the way, Josh,
Aye,
Josh,
bless
you're in
her,
this group,
she's
by the
getting
way.
on in years, but she's an amazing person.
Just to make sure that Josh is on the same line as everyone else.
Oh yeah.
Anything else?
Hey, man, question. Um, have you noticed any of the cats actually going into your plumbing systems at all, man? I realize they have free reign of the city.
They tend not to because cats are very clean creatures. And the plumbing, it's, let's say, it's not the most clean of places.
For sure, man. Hey, I appreciate all the info. Yeah, I'm pretty well set and done. I instinctually go towards to licking my hand, but then remember I'm in public and put it down.
He notices it, but he doesn't really know what else to. Well, if that's all, I will return to my work.
Oh yes, well, thank you for your precious time. We shall return to you for all our plumbing needs in the future.
Let's.
And sorry, before we go, I'm ashamed to say, Azila didn't actually give us your name. You know, she has trouble remembering. She has trouble remembering my name, and I'm related to her. So, I suppose you could tell us what that is.
Dougal.
Dougal, aye, grand name. I have an uncle called Dougal.
I'm pretty sure you do. Avila has said so many names that I'm not entirely sure how many family members she has.
Oh, we have a lot. Chances are, if you say a name, if you said a family member.
Let's go to Sam.
Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna go to that library.
All right. You know where the library is. The other gnome is there. The old man.
Hello again, good sir. I have a much more mundane request for you this time, but potentially interesting. Do you have any books regarding the sewers of the city? Perhaps the plumbing arrangements?
He sort of looks at you. Well, I know you're small, but is this the thing you want to do? Fine, I'll have a look. Well, there's this old system, but I'm pretty sure it's been replaced so far.
Does he have a book about
Yeah,
it, or
this is the
just
book.
talking
He
about-
shows you the book.
It could still give us some useful leads. I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
How much would you charge for this book?
A copper. It's not that interesting for me.
Yeah, I'll flick him a copper coin. I ain't gonna barter over a copper coin.
Do you want to do anything else, Sam?
What's the name of the book? It's just Book of Sewers.
Ancient sewage system.
Sewage and
ancient
you.
sewage systems in the Knee Empire. Archaeological finds.
Your first sewage system.
Alright, I'll head back to the tavern where we're using, and I'll start taking a look at this book.
Okay. Mike, what are you doing then?
I'm gonna have a look about the city to see if I can recognize the presence of the sandbags.
Make an investigation.
All right.
Okay. You find this this hooded beggar. Sort of looks like from the way he's dressed, the way he talks, the way he's been moving around the city. You've been looking at him for like a bit over 20 minutes. You're pretty sure he is working for the Sandbaggers.
All right. Guess I'll approach him. Give him a silver. I'm sure he's sure he's begging for money.
Yeah,
right?
of course. Yeah, it takes the name, the silver, and looks up. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Actually, hey, I was looking for maybe some information you might be able to provide, or know somebody who could.
Tim immediately
About
shift his position into a more like comfortable.
I'm wondering about access around the city and maybe around or into the palace. I quiet down a bit and they say the last part.
He takes a long. That's a weird request, sir. You see his accent immediately change, like the Denis accent into like a normal. It's an odd request, sir. Not entirely sure what to do with that.
Well, it relates to, I guess, our adventuring group and perhaps some sort of passage that we found a key to.
He looks at you. Well,
Adventures.
I need some money up front for that sort of information.
If you've got the info,
He looks at you and writes on
and
he
another.
writes on the sand and writes
Hmm?
7 gold pieces.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hand that over.
He places it in pockets like, well, the palace is highly fortified with patrols every 5 minutes around each section of it. There is the old sewer entrance, which is located in the same location as the new one, actually. I think they use the same one still. Not entirely sure. It's been a while since I've been commissioned to work there. It does have some maybe traps and those sort of things, but it's probably the most concealed way. Other than that, you could try to scale down up a wall, but you'd have to have a perfect timing not to be caught by any of the guards.
All right. Is there any that sewer access? Where does that come out in?
It points at it gives you like a general description with this thing over here.
Sorry, let me get the map back up. We're at. Okay. Oh, that's where we would go in.
Yes, that would be the entrance. The inside, it's sort of like a maze.
And we can get direct into the palace from there. Like what area of the palace does it lead
It
to?
connects to all the areas, I think, including the dungeons. The dungeons would be probably the safest place for you to come up.
Yeah. Okay.
But you haven't heard this from me. And you see him.
Heard what?
And he says, "The sandbaggers are watching." And you see him throw a smoke bomb on the floor and disappear.
Vanishing jutsu.
Okay, so let's go back to Matt and Ze, who have just entered the higher circle, the noble circle. What are you doing?
So, Thori, what is the plan from here?
Well, this is quite simple. We wing it.
I somehow knew you were going to say that.
Oh, fine. I do the show and attract the peoples. You talk to the peoples. Wait. They might think you're a demon. I did at first. But if you draw a smiley face on the beak, maybe that will make you more approachable.
Sure.
Are you actually gonna draw a smiley face on the fucking beak? God.
They're much more approachable. I gather a large crowd, and while the show goes on, these are people in the higher district. They know things better around these parts. We might be able to get some good information. Also, this is a way of, if we come back tomorrow, they will recognize me. Maybe they'll just let me in.
Perhaps, yes.
Well, now, Where did I put my mortar grenades? Here they are.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh shit.
Don't worry, it will be fine. If the robot man does not drop the mortar grenades. Oh, let's hope he doesn't drop the mortar grenades. Okay, I wanna like find like a large public opening. Like a well, I'm not quite sure. Just somewhere large where people would be walking around. Like
Right now
here.
you see that the park is where most people are hanging out.
Park, the park. This works. This works. Okay, I want to just like the guards are. I imagine the two guards are still with us.
Yep.
So they're kind of just like almost letting us walk around for us to. Alright.
Yeah, they're letting you check, but they're not really giving you a lot of space.
Alright. I get to the park. I want to cast thaumaturgy to like make a boom my voice. Thaumaturgy can do that, right?
Yeah, technically.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather round, gather round. Robot is again in Roomba form because it's part of the
Yeah.
act.
Um,
Come one, come all to the performance of a lifetime.
we know what the performance is, so do a performance check.
Oh no! I'm going. Oh, I'm doing an upgrade with this
Okay,
performance.
what's the difference then?
Why do you think I took the mortar?
Yeah, I
grenade?
know what you mean.
But I have other things planned.
All right.
Everyone, I thank you for your presence. I am Thori, and this is my beautiful assistant. And that there is my accountant.
Hello.
You can see how approachable he is with the smile.
Yes, I am very approachable.
That sounds so uncomfortable.
Because it is. Now, before your eyes, I will perform an act none of you will ever see again. I require one volunteer from the crowd who would like to step up.
An old noble looks around and sort of like advances.
How dignified does he look?
Very dignified.
Very dignified. As he approaches, I bow.
He-
Mine good sir, what is your name?
Motherfucker.
Fuck you.
I hate when the players do this. Give me a second. Wilder Blaze.
Wilder Place? Mr. Wild Place, would you please, as the room is down on the floor, press this button?
He
For the
takes
show
out
to
his
be
cane and presses the button with the cane.
As you like, the robot springs, bowing before him graciously.
He looks at you.
Now
That's
everyone,
pretty interesting.
for the show to begin. Tori takes out his grenade launch. This is a weapon of mine own creation. A high-powered grenade werfer. He opens it, takes out one of the shells. It creates a very sizable explosion.
Everyone is just like sort of like stepping backwards as he does this, like giving you more space.
With this, the precise creation of mine machine, he will be juggling these, while also juggling myself. Algea, activate big boy mode.
Make a stealth check for the acrobatics for you and a dexterity for the robot.
What dexterity?
For the robot and an acrobatics for you.
Count as athletics to like throw me up.
Sure. But then to hold you, it would be a dexterity.
All right. Okay. Because she has advantage on strength saving throws when she is in big boy mode.
I mean, she would throw you up easily.
Let me just check to be sure. This is extended frame. Yes, advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Our size also increases to large.
Okay.
Like the wooden frame kind of like dislodges more. The metallic frame kind of extends out, stretching her size. Okay. I'll strength check.
Yeah, she's able to throw you up. Now make a dexterity check for her and acrobatics for you.
Dexterity check for her. Dexterity is a normal roll, but it's only with advantage always.
Ooh.
She's either dropping me or the mortar.
Make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Let me open 30's character sheet. Acrobatics.
She's
21.
not dropping you. As 30 is like in midair.
Okay, wait. As I see it falling down, I want to like go down with it and use absorb elements as it explodes.
Sure.
Make it look like it's part of the show, like dive down.
Make a performance check on that.
Performance check. Performance. 19.
I mean, there's like a loud explosion, and everyone sort of like gets a bit scared, but you're able to hold yourself off pretty well, even though you're like.
Yes, as I like land, I strike a pose, and also does the roll.
You look like a bit scarred from like the smoke, but like it sort of worked out enough. What are you doing, Matt, while he's doing the whole thing?
Alright, so with the smiley face painted on my or drawn on my beak,
Which makes him more approachable.
which makes me more approachable, yes. I would like to sidle up to someone in the crowd watching.
Fantastic display, is it not?
Make a. Oh my god! Just make a charisma check, like with disadvantage because of the smile.
I do the original routine and I do the mortar bit at the end.
The person looks very uncomfortable, but doesn't really deny talking to you.
But he's so approachable.
It's interesting. It's different. Oh wait, I'm not doing that. It's different. It's interesting. And you are.
I am the Great Authority's accountant / physician / bodyguard / babysitter. Faust, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure, Faust. What brings you to the capital?
Well, we are traveling performers. We get around all over the place. Do you see a lot of interesting things like this here?
Rarely. The Queen sometimes has some performers for us. I think she's holding some sort of dinner tonight. She has a meeting with someone from Riaza.
Very interesting. I imagine that is a very elite invitation-only event.
I think only the royal family is attending. Plus the people from
Yes.
Riaza. They haven't really told us who it is.
As we were arriving in town yesterday, I heard there was some commotion by the gates. Did you hear anything about that?
What sort of commotion?
Some people being kicked out or something of the palace.
Oh, I heard that the guards of whoever was coming were removed from the castle by order of the queen, or the person who is coming. I'm not entirely sure. I think they were just asked to stay in the common areas so that they wouldn't disturb the meetings.
Right. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Oh, look! This is the best bit.
She like looks away.
Yeah. Just just to kind of like end that little scene.
Your spectacle works, and people like throw like 10 silver into the And afterwards, you're escorted out of the Air district.
Elgia, return to Roomba mode.
And I imagine all of you return back to the tavern to share your findings.
I would like to go and see if I can find some Inquisitors.
Time-wise, you might not have time for that before the meeting, but maybe after the meeting. Because you guys, you said you were going to meet at lunch, right? Something like that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Because I mean, it's a big city, and you travel all the way from the south to the north. That's where you lost most of your time. Okay.
I travel through the city at twice speed. I just want to point that out because it's never actually helpful. So I just want you to know.
Okay. So all of you
Dashing through the city.
meet back at the tavern, and you can talk a bit. I'll be right back.
So it is like slightly bugged as he sits down. Well,
Hey,
what did everyone
guys.
find out?
Dude,
Well,
these
we
this
spoke.
this city is pussy craved.
What?
Cats. Don't teach
Ah.
Jesus cats.
I was thinking the other type of pussy. I've lost much interest.
Wait, in which?
I leave that to your imagination.
All right.
We
You said me something more interesting.
we spoke to a plumber who's given us some interesting information on a possible ingress into the palace.
I actually have some information on that as well, and where we could get in. If you know more about the sewers and how they work, perhaps that would help us traverse them. But I know where to get in, and we could probably come out in the dungeons.
Oh right. Sounds pretty good.
It's my understanding that it's trapped, so for sure we should watch out for that.
To that end, it sounds like
They said tomorrow, right?
tomorrow is likely to be a good time to do this, as the Queen is holding a dinner, an event, and they will likely have a lot of their people distracted and in one room.
I like that, man. Very nice.
Bodinock, did you find anything out at the library?
I apologize. The DM had to get this dinner.
Yeah.
Just to clarify what the person told me in that scene, it was tomorrow evening, right?
No, tonight.
Oh, tonight.
Mhm.
Shit.
We move at nightfall.
That removes our paths without trace possibility, which is not great.
I mean,
I don't need it necessarily, but I'm sure other people.
We have
would
enough
benefit.
time to do a long rest.
I mean,
But it hasn't.
Emergency
But it hasn't
map.
been 24 hours yet, so it doesn't affect.
we can always go for the morning after.
I will do a long rest,
But everyone's
however,
got a
because I
headache.
have not slept.
Yeah, man. I was about to say.
For you, it
man,
works.
like-
For everyone
like
else,
what,
it doesn't.
Like what Flint just
Josh
said.
also works.
Yeah.
The morning after, man. That
Yeah, if you're
whatever
going to be
Flint just
drinking,
said.
then that makes a ton of sense.
Everyone will be in their bedrooms. A lot more manageable. Only guards around.
Yeah. Oh,
But
my
yes. Bodinock.
DM, did I find anything in my book?
You found more or less the same thing. You just found that the entrance.
I'm afraid the book's not revealed anything new. It's just got the same information you already seem to have found out. But
Sounds like we all came up with the same thing.
Probably means that we've got the correct information then.
I mean, Mike
Right.
also heard that you can scale through the walls. But that's.
Probably not. A
As far as that goes, I mean,
I mean, Josh
If we're
Josh
waiting
could
till
do it.
tomorrow-
Josh could do it easily.
just so you guys know, I could easily, unless there's like true sight going on in there, I could basically walk in undetected and do some scouting.
It's the capital,
Unseen.
where the
I
queen
could be
lives.
unseen. Like,
Man,
that-
the other thing that we should probably be aware of is the fact that they may have some anti-illusionary wards set up around some of the more, shall we say, precious or sensitive areas.
Or maybe they didn't until you brought it up in front of Frank.
No,
I mean, sorry. What?
No, they're
no, I'm...
You
We
have,
all get a
tempted,
nosebleed.
you have tempted the gods.
there's like a lot of.
All I'm saying is you don't have to give him specific ideas.
Oh, I have more ideas than Josh can muster in that sense. I think in terms of security,
I
I have
know.
another in my other
I don't know,
campaign, I have a
Frank.
bard
I'm
who tries to
pretty
steal
creative.
everything. So I created every sort of like defense mechanism that is.
Great.
And I can always stay one step ahead of you
Yeah.
all by improvising.
You see,
Morning
in-
sounds good to me.
in my campaign, the way I found to stop his sexual bard is to make the BBG asexual, so he's fucked.
I'm gonna make him seduce me one day. I'm gonna trick him out of his asexuality, you know that.
God damn it, I hate you so much.
I found a counter to your counter.
And I found an accountant.
So, will we be planning on anybody turning into any small animals? Or are we going to just,
Maybe play that by ear. I
Well,
mean,
do we want to
I
go
think we
into
may,
the
we-
murder
if
ones
we
tonight?
remain unseen, it's not necessarily. That could get us access once we're in the palace to specific places potentially.
Does anyone know whereabouts in the palace we need to go?
That's no.
No clue.
we
No
don't.
idea.
Other than we're looking for a door, that key, that symbol, you know. And
Well, hopefully it's like our castle, and it's in the basement.
The basement is always a good place to
I mean,
search.
if it's been kept secret, you imagine it's underground somewhere.
I wonder if they also have a sixth dungeon.
have
also,
sex dungeon?
wow,
That
I
is
might-
exactly what the basement looks like. Do not add me at this.
I mean, any dungeon could be a sex dungeon. It entirely depends on what you're using it for.
If it
Or
is-
your kinks.
that is true.
Good point.
The question is, Thori,
anything's a sex
do
toy
we
if you're
have-
brave enough.
So the question is, Thori, do we have a sex dungeon?
Is that they
Sorry.
Because it
Let's
felt
also
like
play that by
I
ear.
apologize to whoever is watching this.
I don't know why, Matt,
I
but
don't.
that really sounded like an invitation.
I would like to share a huge thing that should have clicked earlier, but if this key is celestial, I noticed that the celestial tracker is pointing us to the palace and may find the door for us.
Ooh.
That,
Oh,
man,
That's a
nice.
good point.
that's smart.
That is very smart, yes.
I mean, that's my role there. That's the thing I do. So, yeah.
Mike is flustered.
I'm actually a
Wow,
little disappointed it
smart
took me
and
that long.
modest, Man. Can't get
It
better than
took me
that
a
duo.
rather long time, so I'm a little disappointed in that.
I bring
But I got there.
this. This is
I
my
got
job.
So
That cheap
you're
stuff.
waiting until nightfall, right?
We'll
We'll wait until
wait
morning.
the morning, the morning
Okay.
after.
So anyone want to do anything during the rest of the day? Except besides Flint?
Nope.
I have a question.
Yep.
Does Fox still have the smiley face?
Yeah, it's been smudged out at this point.
Damn it, cruel world.
so how much time do we have? Or do we have 16
Yeah.
hours?
Well, approximately.
Well, if we're not going to be doing anything else, I'm going to just give the demon form another whirl.
I would like to see this.
Do I know what gods, like what temples are like in town?
You haven't searched for them, so no.
Wait, I remembered
Well, I
something
know-
of great importance. Oh wait.
I will look to see what temples I can find. I'm mainly interested in any storm or tempest based ones, but I know that not common in this empire, or if not, a Nep, the goddess I've got the mark for,
Ooh, make an investigation.
the alcohol one.
Then I'll go to Tom.
Oh yeah.
All right. You find a temple to Nep. Looks like a tavern.
Oh, that's Hamish's kind of temple.
Yeah, I'll go in, and find, I don't know, a place to pray, I guess.
How are you gonna?
AKA a table with a drink.
Aye, but I'll be like, hey Nep, long time no chat. So, I'm out of ambrosia, and I was kind of hoping you might give me a wee bit of a top up, or at least point me to where I could buy some. Don't worry if it's too much of a problem. It's just, you know, a curiosity.
Roll a d20 with advantage. 19.
12 and a
19
19.
is pretty good. Your marks like starts to shine, and you feel like your skin is stretching, and a glass sort of like forms into your hand. You smell it. It kind of smells like ambrosia.
But now we're talking. I drink some right there and then.
Make a constitution. Shh.
Wow.
Wait, is that your second one?
Right.
Ooh.
That's your second one. Fuck
Sweet.
off.
Huh? I believe it's my second.
I mean, you don't know this, but you're technically immune to all alcohol now. Except ambrosia.
Bloody brilliant.
I think that's actually a curse and a
You
blessing.
can't get drunk unless it's...
I know, it is.
The non-alcoholic dwarf. I've never seen a character like that exist.
Unless I get ambrosia.
And thus, the party forgot everything that has to do with the main campaign and looked for ambrosia. Something else will happen, but we'll do that in private later.
Okay.
Cool.
Arrow also.
Wait, let's go to Tom first
the
because
rest-
he already had
Oh,
something
okay.
on it.
I just want to do a very
Anybody.
quick thing before everyone leaves.
What is?
I mean, before everyone does their
Okay.
thing. Vet! We forgot the fried blizzard! That's
Okay. Tom, what did you want to do?
Thank you.
Actually, there is
An essential thing that was.
It was.
Um,
I thought it is.
I would like to see if there's like an underground segment of the Inquisitors within the city.
Make an investigation.
Investigation.
Well, you reach to the common area, like the park and the common area. You see a man, like you see a man like walk towards a tree, and as he crosses over it, you see him disappear.
I found it. I'll follow.
And the ground slumbers on you.
I don't know why I thought
It's
about
like the Freemasons, but it's the free plumbers.
Oh my god.
I thought you
Oh
were
my
the
God.
underground flumper union. I don't know why.
what kind of union are we talking about?
No, we're talking about like the Freemasons, just plumbers.
I hate myself.
The free
As you
plumbers.
approach, you
The free
see
plumbers.
just a tree.
Is it like Harry Potter when he when he's a bit too late?
Is it
I'll-
free
I'll look-
kinky?
I'll look around for any buttons or.
Make an investigation check.
Oops.
7 is enough. You find a symbol. You're not entirely sure what it is. If you want to try to figure out, make a religion check.
Okay.
If that fails, seduce the tree.
Oh,
Okay, that was a
Oh.
good roll.
Strong 17.
strong 17.
Very strong.
You see the symbol of a gold coin stacked on top of a like a pyramid of coins. You recognize this.
Do I
You
recognize-
recognize this as the symbol of Dedum, the god of wealth.
Okay. What happens if I press the symbol?
Nothing.
What happens if you lick it?
Seduce the
Oh.
symbol.
I'll like just knock on the tree.
You knock on the tree, but nothing happens.
What if you push a coin to it since it's the god of wealth?
What if I put a coin to it?
Which sort of coin are you putting?
A gold
Okay.
coin.
As you place a gold coin on top of it, it sort of like disappears. And a small portal appears in front of you.
Oh my god, I was right for once.
Step through.
Okay.
Big brain.
As you
More-
step through, 10, well, spellcasters looking dudes start holding spells. You see like frost,
They all cast fireball.
electricity, fire, like every sort of like element you could think of, pointing straight at you.
I quickly hold up my Inquisitor of Narsa symbol.
They don't remove it, but one of them steps forward. One of them removes the spell. What is your business here?
I have. I'm searching for information on the layout of the palace. There's something.
Did you just ask some of the people who defend the country the layout of a palace?
Say it's important for national security. That always works. That always fools them.
Just making sure Tom is making the right decision here.
It's for national security. That always works.
Well, I didn't know they would defend the.
I mean, they're
country, like,
inquisitors.
They didn't necessarily.
Yeah, look at him. For the what? And like all of them take a step forward, closer to you.
Fireballs largen.
We have been tracking down these key shards. And, it's of grave importance that we follow the clues.
I love how many times it's like, I'm fucked. Make a persuasion.
I'll remind you.
Yeah, forceful presence.
and make it good as well.
Strong 17.
All right.
It's gonna fail. I can feel it. In my
They look
body.
at
It's
you.
trying to rough.
Well, even if
I can feel it in my knee.
it's of greater importance, I cannot give you such plans. If you hand over the key, we will solve the problem ourselves.
Okay.
I don't remember talking of a key. What do you mean?
Who has the key, by the way?
Not sure.
I think it was Bobby now, but I'm not sure.
I'll like, sort of narrow my eyes at them. I'd be like, the Inquisitors of Narsa will remember this. And I'll leave.
Roll an intimidation.
Oh, it shouldn't be an advantage, right? It's normal.
Yeah, 16.
Six.
Still.
Damn,
Okay.
That's a sweet looking.
You
man.
leave. You don't hear anything, but you leave.
Wait, that was intimidation?
Yeah. I mean, you.
Then it is with advantage because of course. Oh no, you can only use it
I
once.
can use it once.
Yes, but you couldn't use it the first time, right? Because that's for
Persuasion. Yeah.
creative
No,
diplomacy.
persuasion
Okay.
you can.
Okay.
I thought it was just intimidation. All right.
He may have started a war between two Inquisitor sections, but I'm not. I'm not gonna.
What? That's
What?
not.
That's
not
their
a
business.
war Scenario.
Okay.
Does that mean I can blow both of them up.
So who else was doing something? Michael.
So ARO, going to the old skills defined thing that I'm gonna set up my quiver somewhere in the main room as like a tip jar, and I'm gonna do some coin magic with that with my sun moon coin.
Okay, use a sleight of hand.
All right.
Okay.
Ooh.
You entertain some. You're able to amount to. Oh, that's pretty good. 2 gold pieces. A total of 2 gold pieces.
Trying to make back all my bribe money here.
Okay. Then the day passes by. The night reaches. So you're leaving at early morning, right? Or well, it's still the night, right?
Yeah. We should. I mean, we'll probably get to bed early so that we can be up
Okay.
for as soon as we can. As early as we can. Once business is,
As soon as possible, man.
Yeah, like we were done doing everything at noon, so or lunch or whatever. So I assume we could get to bed early and be up early, early ass crack of dawn.
Ass crack of dawn, dude. That does not sound like a pleasant place.
It's not. It's very uncomfortable, but
Mm.
sometimes necessary.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I've had too much to drink this afternoon.
Like drink.
Yes, drink.
Oh, okay. I don't believe you.
I'm a lightweight.
Actually, now that you say it, now look at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean.
Alrighty. Yeah, man. Are we ready to go, man? Are we grabbing anyone else, man?
You got your spells all changed up, right?
Yeah, I guess that's how you'd put it, man. It's more just like how I'm feeling in the morning. It's kind of like picking out a pair of clothes, man. It's more just like, yeah, mentally, I feel like that should be good today, man.
Excellent, as long as that feels stealthy.
Yeah, man, I wore all of my flamboyant, reflective colors yesterday, man. Today is all drab and barren.
No, you mean like your natural colors, autumn colors, like blend in. Browns and greens. That's still
more like blacks and grays.
oh,
I'm kind of like
urban camo.
Yeah, man, there's this word out of like the Riaz Empire called noir, and it's like a cool kind of feeling, and I'm going for that right now, man.
All right, I feel that.
Man. Hell yeah.
Okay.
It's a good look.
As the morning.
Thanks, dude, man.
It's the sun is not up yet. It's around 4 a.m. You guys wake up. And what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. All right, so a couple of options. One is to go sneaky in the beginning and then save the animal forms for another point in time. Second option is to go animal form right from the get-go after going sneaky. What do you think?
Do you need a minute to clear out or something? You sound very nasal this morning. All right,
Actually,
so
Josh needs some water.
there you go. Well, I mean, I think we need to get through the sewers first. That's pretty stealthy in itself, and I don't, unless anybody else is down there. We'll keep our ears open, but I think we should keep everything up our sleeves that we can for the palace as it seems necessary.
Alrighty, man. Let's do it, man.
Okay.
We could. So if I get one of those, if we don't have one of those maps from the front, and show show those who don't already know where the entrance is, up by the water. So it could be that we could water walk our way out there, or maybe stay out of sight, go under, do water breathing.
What do you want?
So the way into the sewers is off the waterfront around like the wall towards the water.
Understood,
Exactly.
man. All right. So before we leave, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast a water breathing spell on all of us. For the next 24 hours, man.
That should work.
And that'll take care of anyone actually needing to go underwater, man. Just in case anybody gets waterboarded, man, they'll just be fine.
People waterboarded, yeah.
Dark assumption.
That
and
is
then, man,
awesome use for water breathing.
yeah, right. And then I'm gonna take this slow and steady, and I'm good to go, man.
I think we should all take the slow and steady. Eyes out for traps in the sewer.
Okay,
Oh,
It's already been warned
it's
of
already
them.
4 a.m.
Sewer.
You make your way towards the
Yeah.
toward the sewer entrance. You look around. Seems to be safe enough.
Are we being watched?
Make a perception check.
Oh,
Okay.
good question then.
You are, but you don't know by what or where.
Does it feel natural? Does it feel ethereal? Does it feel celestial?
You
Does it feel Eldritch?
you do not know.
Mm,
I would like my imp to turn into a rat and keep an eye out and scout ahead.
Okay.
hey.
Make a
I'd
stealth
like
check
to-
for the imp.
Oh God.
He's a rat. He's surely camoed in.
Hey.
You see, you
That's some fucking camo.
can he
From
talk to you
21?
telepathically?
It depends how far away he is.
I think he can.
What's the-
He can talk telepathically to the imp, but I don't think the imp can respond. Can he?
Or is it?
This
I do not
imp
speak
this imp
infernal.
can technically. This imp is way overpowered. You guys do not know the levels of this imp. This imp is actually one of the 9 lords of hell. Yeah.
Hi, Dis. What's up, dude?
Can
How
he
you
take-
been?
Can he take me to meet Asmodeus? He's kind of my demon daddy.
Asmodeus
Oh,
was replaced
Baphomet,
in this campaign by another demon lord.
You're telling me you got rid of my demon
He's still
daddy?
Asmodeus. He just has a different name.
Fine, demon daddy.
You hear him say, "Master, there be many traps ahead. Careful."
Who is confident in their ability to recognize?
I suggest
traps?
we keep.
I think I can
Fellas.
I think I can handle this.
As we start to move forwards, I would like to cast Find Traps.
Hey.
Ah.
The most creatively
How's that
named
How
work?
long does that last?
spell in all of D&D. Find traps.
Well, it's instant, so it's like a pulse. So I'll move up like closer to where the rat is,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
like, as far as like we can see along the
You can see
sewer.
until like
It would,
120 feet.
it would detect any
How-
any trap within 120 feet.
How
of
much
us.
meters is that? How much meters is that?
Okay, so
Alexa,
there
how many
are
meters is
39
120 feet?
inches in a meter, but essentially it's divided by 3.
36.6.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're able to see a bit ahead on the tunnel. Not a lot, but a bit. You find at least 5 traps.
Okay. Now who's confident in disarming?
Well,
You're-
what's the nature of them? Could we like just move around?
You're able to
them?
move around. Most of them are triggered by either a stone or a string, but you know where they are, so you're able to dodge them.
If we
Yeah,
need
they,
to disarm
like-
one, I feel confident in that.
But you don't need to in this
Yeah.
case. Okay, you keep moving your way forward. Nothing seems to be major.
Always watching for
You've
traps.
been walking
still
now
heavily.
for around half an hour. And you reach this like in filth, of course, because you know you're walking in a sewer. Water up to your, let's say half your calf, except for Bodydock, which is I almost all of his leg, I presume. And Hamish, sort of the same. Is Nick frozen? Oh, okay. He's moving around. It's just the camera from his phone.
Hello, sorry, no, I am here.
It's just the camera from the phone sometimes freezes. You reach this steel door. You start hearing sounds above you. The ceiling has changed from this sort of like stone into a bit more of like wooden.
Naldo,
Alrighty,
what do you detect here?
I'm feeling like we should definitely go sneaky motherfucker mode right now, man.
Well, I'm requesting like so. Naldo is usually the one who notices everything. So, what can you hear better than we can? What's going on?
I
Have a
can
listen.
do my best, man. I guess I will do my best to try and discern the conversation,
Everybody
if it is
shh.
in a language.
Everybody, so he's trying to listen.
You hear footsteps of people.
Okay.
You hear footsteps. You hear clanking, what it sounds to be like bars. You're able to hear a bit of footsteps walking away from you.
Okay. It sounds like maybe a couple set of footsteps, man. And it sounds like that this place just got closed back up for a decent amount of time. Or it could just be guards on patrol. Not exactly sure, man. But
All right. Well, first order is this door, I guess. Okay, I'll have a look. Does it appear trapped?
It doesn't look trapped.
Can I assist with
It
that?
doesn't look trapped. It looks okay.
It's already advantage.
Also, because we agreed to change my stone cunning to lock
Yeah.
cunning. Can I?
Then again, I could ask. Lock honey.
So
We changed stone cunning because my family are locksmiths, not masons.
Very cool.
you
Makes sense.
you look to the lock. It looks like a simple lock. Would be possible for you to open it quite easily. It seems like the people who set up the traps thought that would keep most of the intruders out.
I
Before
walk
we
over to Hamish and tap him on the shoulder and say, "Hey, man, good luck, man."
before we move forward through this door, as I'm sure you can get through it, no problem. Is it time for us to cast spells to enhance our stealth ability?
Yeah, that was next on my agenda, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Just getting through this door to make sure
Okay.
I'm
we're
also
not
gonna
wasting time. But yeah,
prep up my weapon with Rite of Frozen.
All right, man. Who is doing what here? Who needs what? How are we feeling? What are we having for breakfast? Give me the whole 9 yards.
I can enhance people's stealthiness for an hour or so. I think I can only extend it to 2 people maximum, though, so it depends who would benefit most.
I mean, I've got pretty good stealth, so maybe.
who is the
Somebody else.
least confident?
We don't think this will take any more than 8 hours, do we?
Well, let's hope not.
Hopefully not. At least to get to this door and through it. Supposedly, if we have the key, no one can follow us if we close the door behind us.
The DM laughs in haha,
Question mark?
as if I have a plan.
Yeah.
For...
We spent an entire time
That's
assembling
actually-
these
I
4 keys
mean-
in the known world just to find out there's a spare one under the map.
And it's the skeleton key, which unlocks all 4 specific doors. No questions asked.
Okay.
Next, we've got 1 key.
Are
split into 4
you?
parts.
How are you opening this door with your thieves tools?
Aye.
Wait, before he
Too
does
late.
that. Before...
I had
Too
guys, let's do
late.
it.
Ah, damn it.
You open the door,
am
but it
a
makes like a
bad
large clinking sound as it opens. You hear
I-
echoing throughout the entire.
Of course it is.
I mean, if you told if
Alright.
Hamish had told me I want to do it stealthily, I would have asked you roll a stealth check, and then afterwards I'll tell you to do it.
Yeah.
You start hearing footsteps like
Alrighty.
moving around, people like trying to check where the sound came from. What are you doing? All of you.
I'm
How you
gonna.
doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
cast enhance ability dexterity on myself and ooh, who else is probably gonna struggle? Maybe Flint.
Okay, everyone, if you're trying to hide, roll a stealth check.
Question: what is directly in front of us?
Corridor. Like,
Do we
I'm
see
not sure if you're gonna.
still,
any side
no,
paths?
still part of like the sewage, like a corridor of the sewage still.
All right, then I can do nothing.
Are we all rolling for stealth?
Thank
Yep.
goodness for pass without a trace. That was a 2 I rolled.
Yeah.
Hey. So, Frank, two things. I'm going to wild shape myself into a cat.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start slowly plodding my way up the corridor in sort of a nonchalant,
You-
I kind of own this corridor manner.
You start noticing like there's a lot of like little stairs that lead up to rooms, as well as like how to call them. So think of like a sewage lid that you have on the street, but like in a grate, so like
Gotcha.
sort of thing.
Just
So-
so you're aware, I am
Man, I'll cover
staying only 29.9 feet ahead
Is the,
of the last person. in
who
the
has
party.
the pass without trace? Is it everyone?
Everyone has.
Yeah,
pass
it's
Okay,
without a
everyone
trace.
within
so
5
everyone
feet.
is rolled well enough. You see the guards like looking down through the small holes, but then you're able to hide well in the shadows, and they seem to
Okay,
to patrol away.
I just want to add because I haven't rolled yet because I don't know if you need a roll from me because I am
I mean,
unheard because of my boots of
roll
Elvenkind, and I'm
roll
also
because of if you get a nat one, they will see you out of the light. But just roll just because of that.
yes, but will they?
You don't. I mean, even with that, I will give you advantage on that.
Literally
But
unseen and unheard.
I'll give you advantage.
can't
But some
be
of them
seen,
are
I can't be heard.
spellcasters.
Ah.
So do a roll with
okay,
advantage. Just
so,
start with advantage.
I mean, I already have advantage, so okay.
But you also have a +10. Don't forget.
Unless he rolls two nat
Let me
two
get all
nat
that.
ones, he's fine.
Let me get all that together. Pass without trace. Where is it? Stealth.
Yeah, you're
35.
fine. You hide really well.
And I'm invisible.
Even some of you like
Can I just?
you hear like the water being hit a couple of times, but then you just completely lose track of him.
Yeah, we wouldn't even hear that.
Josh, what are you doing then if you're going ahead?
Yeah, like I said.
Um,
yeah.
I'm slowly flicking my tail in a follow me fashion as my tabby cat colored. It's a brown and orange combination that doesn't look like it should
Fucking
work,
Garfield.
but does end up working color-wise
Fucking
together.
Garfield.
I would like to be at the back of the group due to my cat allergies.
Okay.
And, and I'm staying up with. I'm staying in front
So,
with Naldo. I'll just be right
The
with him.
corridor ends like 50 feet ahead of you, and you have around 10 lids and 3 stairs. Which ones are you taking?
Okay,
Is there
oh,
some kind
alright,
of smell
okay.
that protrudes off of one of them that is more?
They all smell like
Keen
shit. It
towards
seems
my
like the
senses.
place where they throw the waste.
Wow, the sewer smells like shit. What a plot twist.
I point
Okay.
upwards with my tail in no specific way.
Is there? Okay, I know we're like avoiding guards and stuff. How like private a spot can I find where nobody can see like what I'm doing?
Before or after the
So-
corridor? Before or in the corridor?
What I need, before.
Okay, before there's like
Even if we're back up a
a big area, like a big like square area that you have like space to do your own things.
Okay, so I would like to, because it's probably invisible. I think I'll have to set it down or something for a moment, and I'll light the lamp to see which direction.
Okay.
It's
As you
lighted.
light the lamp, you see 3 lights appear in 3 different directions.
Oh, is there any difference in color or intensity?
They're all quite intense.
Okay. Um. Okay. Does it become invisible if I pick it back up?
No,
or-
no, no.
what?
It's not.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just have to. I don't know. Put it in someone's backpack or something. Yeah. Okay. I won't.
All right. So, I would say you probably transmit it to Josh, I guess, since he's the one leading forward. What are you doing, Josh? Josh.
Telepathically, I will communicate with ARO. Hey, dude. What do you think we should do? Head towards
Yeah.
the cellars, man?
I'll give him. I'll pass on like the sense of the directions I saw, the lights. So anywhere that any paths that lead to one of those, ideally.
Okay, so left, middle, or right?
Which one smells better?
No. Cat sense.
If in doubt, always follow
Right.
your nose.
Which one
Right?
smells like lasagna?
I would say right.
Dude, I'm definitely going right. I'm going to point my tail right
Okay.
ways. I'm going to communicate with ARO. Hey, man, I'm going to go right. If you guys want to follow, just close behind, but not super close, just in case we run into any actual
go-
human-looking figures.
You go up the stairs, and you realize you're in the sort of like dungeon. You're still underground of the castle. Quite a few prisoners. Most of them seem to be asleep. There's not any guards here right now, but you do hear them moving about in the castle.
Telepathically, I will tell ARO, hey, I think we found the shitheads that found the jail. I think we found the jail.
As you keep, you see
yeah.
one door, which heads up, like a few stairs, a door. Then you see a couple stairs behind it. The door is open. Do you want to go through it?
No.
But will you?
I will backtrack and ask ARO to then ask the group. If we continue up this way, we might pass quite a few people. Do we want to risk being seen or heard by anyone over here?
I don't know what. I mean, yeah, that's what we're here for. Yeah, there's no other options. That's the way to go, right?
Done,
Well, I
man.
mean, unless we go back and try the other.
As you
But-
you go through the door, you reach up the stairs. You see a lot of guards patrolling.
Okay, maybe not this way.
It's the only way out
I-
of the thing.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it? Okay. Well, there was the other pathways.
You now notice that the pathways are just like other ends of the dungeon, but there's only one way in and
Okay.
one way out of the dungeon, except the sewers.
Okay,
Alrighty.
gotcha.
So,
Well-
man, what I think I might do is I might do some like cat antics and
Mhm.
like meow my way up and down the hall a little bit, and then do a yowl from a little bit of ways, man, and
Maybe
then
knock some
try
stuff
and
over.
create enough. No,
Well-
no, I want to create enough sound for people to be slightly dragged out of position, man, so that
Well,
oh shit, wait, no, I have to be with y'all. I have to be with
Maybe-
y'all so that we get the stealth
May-
bonus, man.
maybe you and I scout first, find out where potentially we want to get, and then distract them in the other direction.
Ironically, man, I think it's got to be you, man, because I really gotta keep the group to a
Okay.
point of
Right, you can be the
having
tether,
that-
so I can go so far, and you get so far from them.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So you're gonna move straight to the smell, Josh?
Slowly to the smell, keeping pace with my companions.
You reach. It takes you a while. You move around a lot of corridors following the smell until you reach a golden encrusted with jewels sort of door. It is
Okay.
closed, but there is an opening big enough for a cat on the side.
Meow.
Well, how convenient.
You gonna walk in?
I'm gonna smell first.
Smells like there's two people inside. You're not entirely sure.
Does it feel like one of them is more clean than the other, or do they feel like the same level of cleanliness?
They both feel very clean. You gonna walk in?
Sure.
As you walk in,
What the hell?
you see a long sofa with two figures sitting on it. One, you have seen this man before. It's Ragnar, the brother of the king. In front of him there's a woman. Beautiful. Probably the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. From the description that Faust gave you, you're pretty sure she's the Empress. You hear them talk about political shenanigans, just things that the countries do together, issues with Kina. And at some point you see Ragnar scooch in a bit closer to the queen.
Frank, your subtlety is the drop of a hammer.
I know, right? It's like very slow, just like drops the hammer on top of the players. You see him.
I have a question. Are we able to hear any
No.
slight noise from the
You
outside? Not even
no,
a-
no. You see his
Stop
hand
talk.
like go through her leg up to the side of her body.
Backside.
Technically, yeah, reaching the shoulder and then grabbing a chin and pulling her into a kiss.
I, seeing and hearing enough, will
I think Finaldo seems like they're distracted enough. Where to next?
What are you doing inside?
I love how no one reacts to the fact that the
seeing-
Empress of the Kina Empire and the brother of the king of the Ryaza Empire are in a
fucking.
in a hidden relationship.
What do you mean? I'm interested because I want to watch.
I'm going to back out of the room same way I came, trying to not make too much of any noise. But
Is
just
everyone else
padding
near you?
along, like, yeah,
I'm
they're
with
just
him.
outside the door.
Okay.
I'm just hanging out
Everyone
with him.
make a redo and do the stealth check at this point.
Everybody gets that plus 10.
Oh no.
Casual 31.
Wow, 25. That's pretty low.
16 for body knock.
That means I rolled a 5.
Flint is
24.
Flint
for
is
me.
fine. Okay, everyone is fine.
28.
But I'm still invisible. And my
Wait, a
Yeah,
16.
they don't
that-
make noise.
That casual 35.
It's just about enough. You make your way towards the middle one, I presume, after this. This is the closest one. You find a door.
Wait, what kind of smells were coming out of that middle one?
Incense.
Let's go to the furthest one.
Okay.
Naldo not a fan of incense? I wouldn't.
As you reach the smell of the third one, where well, technically in the direction where Mike saw the light. It's an empty room.
Hmm.
Huh. Hey,
Can I try and-
ARO,
Yeah.
what do you think of an empty room just on this level, man?
Well, I have an idea. Where, okay, where did I stash the lamp? Wherever it is, I want
Yeah.
to get it. For whoever, because I can just get around.
As you light it, you
I'm
see
so stealthy.
you still see three flames. One
Mhm.
is in the room that you've been before, where Ragnar was,
Mm-hmm.
and the other two look to be in the same sort of location. So the
Okay.
middle room.
I'd like to have just this empty room makes me suspicious, so I'm just gonna have a look around. Is there like doors or something? That's not a +10.
Making
Pass without a noise
I mean,
while I investigate.
looks like to be
There's
a
it's-
palace room. There's not much. There's
Yeah,
not
okay.
much to it.
All right. Just unnecessary rooms. It's a palace.
As you
It is a
move
palace.
your way into the
Yeah.
middle room, you now notice the door. It has the symbol of the key.
Which room is this?
The one that smelled like
The
incense,
last
the
one you-
middle one.
Okay.
Before we do this, Frank, I'm not gonna lie, I could really use some water. So
We could do a small break here.
could we possibly
Sounds great.
Yeah,
do a small
Yeah,
break?
let's do a 10-minute break.
Yeah.
that's right. 'Cause I need to get rid of some water.
Yeah.
If you hadn't passed without trace, it would have been so much harder.
Yeah. Not for me.
Oh, by the way, Faust, you think Matt, are you still there?
I am.
You think
Hello.
very interesting the information that Josh said about the queen, since you know that she is supposed to be single.
Yeah, the queen getting on with what's his
Ragnar,
face?
the brother of the king of Riaza.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a note. Yeah, I'm gonna properly.
Those plot hooks that I gave in the previous campaign and no one paid attention. In
What?
the other campaign, I gave you that plot hook and none of you paid attention to it.
Oh, what? That Ragnar was banging the Empress? We just don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, I don't know if we've decided that we care either.
Yeah, I remember it. I just didn't care.
It's certainly not relevant right now. Like, if
It
we
could
deal
be-
with that.
Good blackmail tool later on, or just like,
Yeah.
Blackmail immediately
Relevant-
thinks it. Blackmail, yes.
relevant to like something later down the line. Yeah. No, it's good to know, even if we can't act on
Yep.
it right now.
Right. Okay, I'm off to the store.
The store? It's a 10-minute break. Which store is he going to?
Maybe there's one like next
yeah,
door. I
probably.
don't know. There is one like literally like across the road from where I live. So
Just watching Mike
if
run.
I'd, if I'd wanted to do that, I could probably fit it into
Just
a
seeing
10-minute
Mike
break.
run through the back of the of the camera is hilarious. Just like walk around. Oh god. So, this is the first week in 2 weeks that we're not gonna have 3 sessions in a row there. It's very sad.
Yeah. Aside from that, was the circus act technically Faust and Thordy's second date?
Yeah, I think it technically was.
It just started off as a joke, but it seems we're going down that road now.
Just for safety, Matt. I wouldn't use the D word if your boyfriend is there. I don't know which type of person
That's
he
fair.
is, but every person is jealous to a certain extent.
Speaking of, I probably have at some point wiped off the smiley face from the mask. I don't think that's a permanent addition.
I will redraw it while you sleep.
Oh no!
I see Nick. If only Nick's
I like-
computer would work well.
I know, I'm on it.
I mean, you can do the ultimate move and restall the operating system. That always
Just
works.
nuke the computer. Fuck off.
Do you know how you know how long it took me to calibrate? I've got 2 printers wired up to this thing, and it took me too long to, get them set up. I'm not recalibrating anything if I lose them.
But calibrating printers isn't hard.
What is Josh doing?
It is when you don't have Wi-Fi and you're doing it, like, it needs Wi-Fi to connect, and the only way to do that is to, like, hotspot from your phone, and then change that, like, halfway through the print to connect it to the computer. Oh, it's a bloody nightmare, trust me.
Okay, that sounds annoying.
When you have Wi-Fi, everything works. When you don't, computers hate you. They resent you for not feeding them Wi-Fi.
It is not as annoying as setting up printers to a server. That's fun.
I think I've had the most fun with computers while building this piece of shit.
Oh, really? Did it take you like 3 days to get it working because you got a faulty power supply and you had no idea what piece was broken? Because that happened to mine.
No, it took me 4.5 months to get it working, because this was my first computer I ever built, and didn't realize that one of my CPU pins was bent, brand new from AMD, and had to get that repaired before anything else could work.
Yeah, that...
Then had to troubleshoot through 3 different graphics cards because they weren't reading properly with the motherboard. And then had to get some more RAM because supposedly the RAM wasn't functioning properly. So I went through the whole 9 yards. This thing, it was not as fun. Should have.
Fun. Computers are such a fun thing. When I was interning, I'm pretty sure, like, I had to repair close to 200-ish computers. No, not 200, wait. 86.
That still is quite an impressive number.
Yeah. And after we repaired / put to death all those 86 of them, we had a separate storage room where we just stack them in a mighty tower. But before that, we built the Iron Throne of computers. I have never felt as powerful before.
Very nice.
When you sit on the Iron Throne of computers, you become God.
You win or you die.
You become the Matrix.
When
The
you play
Iron-
the Game of Thrones.
You win or you die. Or you get killed by plot. Awful plot. God, the last season was so bad. The last season of Game of Thrones hurt.
Yep.
I mean, the last 3
The thing is-
seasons were just downhill so hard. Except the
thing is-
last bit of season 7 was good.
The problem is, the thing that made D&D so good, D&D, Game of Thrones so good in the first few series, is that
books.
you didn't know what was going to happen. There wasn't any, he wasn't afraid to, just kill somebody off or whatever. So you didn't know what was going to happen because there's no plot armor.
Right.
But because of that, it sort of stitched him up for a good ending, because, yeah, it lost that.
Yeah, but the
It
books
absolutely
still
did.
keep you on edge. The books
Well,
do a
books
good job of
but
keeping you
they
on edge. The
deviated
TV show
from the
did
books
not.
After the 4th.
Fourth
Oh, it
season.
did while it was following the source material. The problem was when
Yeah.
it overtook the source material.
Yeah, it just went off. a
They
cliff.
tried to keep that dramatic. Oh yeah, you don't know what's coming next. But that only works until you have to sort of start having plot. You have to start wrapping up storylines and plot hooks.
Supposedly,
yeah.
the ending of the books will be different from the ending of the show. Thank God.
Oh, it will, because everyone he'd be stupid to go. Oh, everyone hated the ending of the show. I'm gonna copy it.
Well, one of the worst things about the last season was was the fact that they cut so many things out. Like they shortened like all the battle scenes,
Yeah.
a load of the interactions. Like there wasn't any stuff happening on the way to places. Just this army is suddenly here. It was like
Yeah.
And the thing is, in the books, he's got so many more characters to play with. I mean, there's a whole other Targaryen that exists.
Yeah.
You know.
There's also Essos kind of matters more, or at all.
It is not about the ending. It is about the journey.
Yes, but the ending can kind of like leave the journey feeling empty.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Just look at Lost.
Game
of Thrones.
Last
season.
God.
Yeah, we're talking about God. Also, spoilers for
But, like-
anyone who's watching.
To be fair, I don't think we've actually given anything away, spoilers-wise, other than that the last season sucks.
Yeah,
I just want the last
No, to
book
be
to come
fair,
out. To
I
be
don't-
honest.
we're still missing the
Last two books.
last
Yeah.
two
6
books.
and
yeah.
7.
Yeah, we're still waiting for
We're
them.
missing
Yeah.
this.
When the last book came out, season 2 was
I swear
coming
to
out.
God,
That's how long
I
we've
swear to
waited.
God, he did that so that let's see what these guys do, so that I know what not to do, what people will hate.
Well, I can
Oh,
sort of
no, no.
sympathise
No, he
that
just
you
keeps
might have.
procrastinating.
I can sort of sympathise that you might have lost like energy or motivation to do it because the story already exists in the world. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like he's just
Yeah.
not copying it, but like, I can see why his motivation might have dropped
Yeah.
to write it.
That's fair.
He's just too busy with his turtles.
My
Gotta
last one.
Gotta respect that. man with
Is
his
everyone back,
turtles.
including Sam?
And with
It looks like Mike just got back.
And
I'm back.
we're just missing Samuel then.
I need to figure out why I'm so goddamn sore.
But we don't want to know about your
Yeah.
story.
You're doing some really
ranked,
explicit things there.
I have so many rude comments I can do.
Bring 'em
I'm
on,
holding
but
myself.
I went running.
I'm aching, but I'm
for
blaming
the
it on the
first time.
jabs.
I went running for the first time in probably 9 or 10
Oh my
months.
God! How long
in
did you
the
run?
Snow.
The snow.
He ran for 9 or 10 months, didn't you?
How long did you run?
Wow.
It was a 3.5 mile run, but it was 14 degrees out.
I mean, for a person who hasn't run 9 or 10 months, that's a bit too much.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I cycle
Fahrenheit, right?
on a pretty consistent basis to and from work, which is 6+ miles.
I mean,
each way.
but it's
So,
completely.
like, my stamina's not low.
Oh, it's not your stamina; it's your
but I
legs.
just-
It's the impact of like hitting the ground. Because when you're cycling, you don't like hit the ground constantly. When you're running, it's like a lot of impacts on your knees and ankles.
That's true. It's actually my lower back that's really telling me that there's something wrong right now, which is not a good thing, because that is the only part of my back that is not currently infused with
What I
metal.
would tell you to do is do a warm shower, like with the water just hitting there, and then put like a heat pack there. It's probably the best thing you can do.
What I advise you is 3 Bloody Marys and 5 Amens, and you're good.
I would survive one.
Do you
Bloody
know
Mary and then no
the
amens.
stretch, which is basically hugging your legs? So you bend your knees a little and you put your hands around your legs and you hug them.
So fetal.
No.
position.
Standing,
With
standing,
straight
standing,
legs.
standing, Josh.
Stand up.
Stand up, bend your legs.
Bend my legs.
Yeah, and
at
now
the
hug
knees.
yeah, at that level, and then you hug your knees at that point.
Going down like this.
Yeah, but not as much. Wait. So.
I'm like scrambling for my Discord.
I make
Perform
So-
for us monkeys.
So more of like, oh god, damn it.
Perform for us monkeys. For the entertainment.
So more of this. So you bend your knees and you just like
Truly
you're
worst
almost
case
standing
scenario,
up while you're hugging your legs.
Oh,
So you only slightly bend
See,
your knees.
I've seen that as you do that straight-legged.
I do it straight legged,
Yeah,
but I have
like-
enough flexibility to do it.
Like, you're just waiting for someone to fuck you in the ass.
but
That's
I'm
what
too
you should do.
flexible. That's the issue. It's not doing any stretches on my back. That's also the problem I have with these specific muscles right here.
Those muscles,
'Cause I
it's hard to stretch.
Yeah.
If you're just joining the stream, welcome to Yoga with Frank and the Inappropriate Peanut Gallery.
Have you considered
Yeah.
getting an electro massage machine. Those ones work really well.
The other thing is, my lower back does frequently pop, so I might be standing up and sitting down during the rest of this
Oh.
episode.
I will tell you which
God.
sort of machine you should get after the session. Is Sam back?
When you
Not yet.
when you no when you said pop, it was so hard to control myself.
Come on, they don't need to know how Portuguese we are just yet. It's
No,
too
no,
soon.
No, I have to do it. I have to do it. All the ladies pop your pussy like that.
Wow. Talk about throw.
So you see, some countries have subtleness in like their comedic reasons. Portuguese do not.
Yeah, the more swears you put in, the funnier it is.
The less subtle you are,
The thing
the
is,
more.
We can insult somebody without them realizing we insult them.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I
genius
was
of
telling
British
Zé. Zé was
comedy.
like, "Oh, so how is the racism in the UK since I've been in the UK?" It's like they will be racist towards you, and you don't even realize that they're being racist towards you.
My favorite kind of
Yep.
racism.
Of course,
Subtle.
not all British people. Most British people are fine. But you know,
It's mainly just being insulting. Like I can stand there and insult you to your face, and you won't realize. And then but like everyone else will. It's the best kind of comedy.
now I'm feeling really
it.
sad because every time you say you like my sessions, you're just making fun of me. I'm crying inside now.
I don't say I do it. I say I have that power.
Wait, was it me or did he just sound like Jack? Zé? Like
For
for
a
a second, he
yeah,
sounded
he
so
really
much like
did.
Jack. Oh my god.
Yeah, for like a solid second there, I was also thinking, damn, that kind of sounds
so
like
like
Jack.
Jack. Jack is the warlock from the other campaign. Warlock slash. He started as a blood hunter and then he realized he had demon daddy issues and became a warlock.
Almost as good
Here's
as my
some.
campaign where everyone has daddy
All right,
issues.
so everyone's back. You reach the
Talk about
door
daddy issues.
with the symbol of the eye, but there's no pyramid, just the eye.
So, first of all, I'd like to have a close look at this door to determine, like, if it were to open, how loud would it be? Like,
And
is
I
it
would
like
like
a
to
heavy
help
stone
him.
door that's gonna move the walls?
Make
and
a
just be like,
perception check on that.
A what?
A perception.
A what?
Perception.
Perception.
I would
Okay.
like to help him out
You're-
with that
Nah,
by
I love
pointing
that.
my tail.
I love that video.
You're a
All
cat.
right. So advantage.
Sure.
All right. Actually, I get advantage. Well, yeah. Okay. So if I use your advantage, I don't need the book.
Okay.
So 17.
It looks like a properly oiled door. It does look quite heavy, but you're pretty sure it wouldn't make that much of a sound.
All right. Also, I'm kind of curious how Pass Without Trace works, and if one of us had our hand on it, like, would it also muffle it?
Nah.
Because I think Pass Without Trace specifically implies
Yeah.
people.
So,
All right.
willing
have a door?
creatures.
what are you doing?
So is there this room we're in? Is there a door to the room? I assume. I'm trying to quietly close that. Stealthily close that. Like hold on. Let me click this. Pass. Move here. And, wait. Actually, probably shouldn't use pass.
I love
without trace,
how,
'cause like you
how
said,
because of
it's
Pass Without Trace, 7 of you were able to infiltrate a castle with multiple guards walking around.
Who needs pass without trace? I just closed the door with the 27.
No, but the door is you haven't unlocked the door yet.
No, the door that we came in to this room.
Oh, you're not in the room yet. You're at the door for
Shut
the room.
the door behind.
You're at the door for the room.
The door,
Wait.
the door to the room.
In that case,
the
I
door.
unlock the door.
Yeah, I thought we were
I
in the room
helped.
with the door.
Well, how do you unlock it?
I'm going to
Yeah,
walk to the furthest point while keeping everyone still within Pass Without a Trace and keep watch.
Okay.
I
Let
help
me
him.
know if you need perception checks or any of
Make a
that good
perception, yeah.
shit.
While he's doing this, because he's out of stealth when he's doing this.
Meow.
This sort of in a video game, this would say this sort of action, if sighted, will cause. Make a
Hey, can I?
That's a nat 20.
Pistols.
Make
That's a nat
roll
20.
your thieves tools. Yes.
Meow. I'm a cat, bitch.
19.
That's a 19. I was helping, by the way.
We can roll another
Oh,
one. See if
so
it's highest.
advantage?
Yeah. Just roll another one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a 23.
The 19 helped and worked anyway.
Everyone like that.
You open the door. Doesn't make a lot of sound, just a normal door opening. You reach a small room. Inside, there's sort of like something, well, floating in the sky, almost if it was like a magical crystal of some sort.
I wanna activate Roomba.
Roomba is activated. You gonna walk in, all of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You hadn't specifically asked makes me want to say no, but sure.
You walk inside the room.
We have no
Right
choice.
now, it seems empty.
There's a hole.
The room seems empty.
Free
The room
will
seems
is a
empty.
lie.
And as you look a bit
Okay.
closer, it looks like the
Right
crystal
now.
is not physical, but more of like liquid, like it's floating in the sky. And in the middle, you see a box.
In the middle of the crystal.
The box with a
See
symbol
what?
of the pyramid.
Box.
Do I recognize the like the material, the liquid material?
Make an Arcana check.
I would also like to assist with that.
Okay.
Oh, you're assisting.
You're not sure.
That's not plus 10 either.
You're not, you're not sure.
It's passed without an
This is
Arcana
something
check.
you've never seen. This is probably something more of like
Okay.
a wizard would know.
Can I
Well,
attempt to? Because I have good
I'll
Arcana
go-
knowledge.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd say Naldo guide me.
You still don't know. You still don't know.
Guidance. I
Yeah.
can't guide for 2 reasons. 1, pass without a trace, and 2, meow.
You still
meow
not. You
form.
still don't know. This is past your. This is out of your knowledge.
This is
23.
beyond you, my son.
Well, I think we can make an assumption here, and well, first of all, I'm just gonna for consistency reference the celestial tracking lamp.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is it glowing?
It's glowing straight at the box, and you see another glow appear, like circling around. And as that happens, everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, everyone in the room?
Everyone in the room.
Am I technically in the room?
Yes.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
14 doesn't
Oh
feel
god,
good.
that was awful.
What is the constitution of a cat?
I have a question. What kind of damage is
Hey!
This is not.
Is
This
this
is
poison
not
or something?
damage.
Oh, is it a condition?
Technically, yes.
What is it?
Paralyzed.
I believe
What's
Save.
the DC?
if I'm correct, Golem is
I will
immune
tell
to
you
that.
one of you made it.
Oh,
And
geez.
go on.
I
DC 21?
At DC 20.
What we're expecting is the palace.
You see as
kind
you
of
see as
bad.
like
I mean, I'm in a room with 7 unconscious
no,
creatures.
not unconscious, but like
and a
you see
golem.
as like light starts to
We're paralyzed.
come up within their bodies and like sort of like petrifying them in their in their spot.
Are we
Is this an
technically?
area of effect thing, or would I have to be
Wait,
targeted by
Frank,
something that knows I'm there? Because I'm still very well hidden and invisible and not making any sound.
This
Hey, Can I
person,
do an Arcana
whoever is
check
doing
see if
this
I
to you
know
has
what
true
this is and how
sight.
to stop it?
Okay.
I can still control the Golem.
is it
Frank,
Is it-
I do have a question about how big this room is.
say 20-foot squared?
So then I wouldn't be in the room. I would be outside of the room as a cat, still keeping an eye out
Okay,
outside.
but you don't hear anything then. They're just blocked in space.
No, that's fine.
Can I try and work out who or what did this to us?
You hear footsteps.
I'm gonna command Algia to go and get Naldo.
You see a woman a Nair Gnassi sort of looking woman. Tall. Their clothes, you're not entirely sure. She looks like a priestess, but the clothes are adorned with gold and vivid colors. Whilst most of the priestesses have like one color, hers is like all the four main colors. So green, blue, red, and white, all sort of like mixed up. And you see a tattoo on her forehead with a symbol of a sun. In her
Okay.
hand, you see her bring a small, hovering, like, sort of metally looking sun.
How far away from me is she?
About 15 feet. She says, "Who are you? Why have you come here?" Wait, that was the wrong accent. Still, she says that.
Yeah. We mean nobody any harm, if that's what you're all undoing. We're just looking for answers.
All of you can still hear this, you just can't speak.
That's what I was wondering.
Hey, my name's Hamish.
Make a religion check, Fost.
I want Golem to like bow next to me.
Oh no!
With advantage because it is part of your religion.
Ooh, that's a strong.
Wait, I have.
man.
See, this is
That's
where
a
it gets
powerful
stupid because I've
sect.
technically got a better religion than the cleric. It's bizarre.
Matt, even
D&D
though
is
you don't know who
dumb.
she
And
is,
Hamish don't know shit about religion.
you don't know who she is, you're pretty sure she's really high up in the food chain.
Yeah.
Can
Nom
I
nom.
make a religion check?
It's out of your knowledge, probably, but make a religion check. It's out of your knowledge.
No. Really?
Do I
Um,
see this all going on? Can I wander into the room absent-mindedly and start circling the group and start
My Golem
like
won't call you.
swishing my tail along the legs of all of the people?
As
My
you
Golem
do
went to
that,
call
you see her
Josh.
like the sun sort of like rotates twice, and you see as your beast form disappears, and you turn yourself back into a human.
Well, man, I thought that was gonna.
She says, "Good try."
Shocked
I
Golem
mean,
face.
Hey, you,
Good try.
you gotta give me some credit, man.
So, should I
Hey,
just call the
So
guards
as I was saying,
and have
I'm
you
Hamish.
arrested?
Okay, arresting
Why
might
didn't you
be
let
a
us
wee
explain
bit-
ourselves?
2 minutes.
I'm a bit curious why you've not done so already. We've been working to try and find this these keys that we were sent on a mission to collect, and they had a strange emblem on it that we recognised as the imperial sigil of the royal family, or the imperial family. So we were just looking for
And
clues.
didn't you think it was a good
Um,
idea to report that to the country instead of sneaking in a castle?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I did think that the the verbal approach might have been a little bit better considering our luck. But
The ones
we
that
are
are
here and we are present.
the ones that are paralyzed, we can hear.
You
this,
can
right?
hear, but you can't speak.
Golem just points at all of you like, I fucking told you.
I normally we would go through the proper channels, but we're trying to bring down this organization. You might have heard of them, the Black Lotus, and we're trying to stay under the radar, so to speak. So we just don't know who to trust in government, because we found every time we've trusted a government, the Black Lotus have hunted us down. So you can see why we're skeptical and trying to keep this out of their attention for as long as we can.
Not only that, but we don't have any intentions of doing anything bad. we are just here on essentially fact-finding, ironically.
I mean, Faust here, he's, he's from me. He's a devout follower of insert god here.
You see her
Can't remember the name
walk
off the top of my head.
straight to Faust.
Alta.
And you see her casting sort of a light spell that stops you from seeing where she is. She lifts up Faust's plague doctor mask. It takes a good look at him.
Oh, fuck. It's not a pretty sight.
I
I'll tell
know
you that
it's
for
not a
sure.
pretty sight. She looks at you for a while,
Huh?
and then she puts back the mask on and removes the spell. Why would I?
I'm paralyzed this whole
Yeah.
time, right?
Why would I care
Yeah,
about a priest who's not even Ganassi?
Well, let's be a little bit sensitive to the fact that he isn't Ganassi. He didn't get that lucky, man. But he still made a devotion to Alta as a deity, man. So just like let's try and reason this out, man. We've got questions. You've got questions. We've got answers. You've got answers. I know this isn't very advantageous for us to be in, but let's try and work this out,
Make a
man.
persuasion. It's not an easy roll, by the way.
I'm persuaded.
Yeah, sure. Persuasion.
Can you guide yourself?
Nope. I'm consistently low with my rolls here.
And you, pretending to be one of our most divine creatures,
Excuse
infiltrate
me,
into a
excuse me.
castle.
There's no pretending, ma'am. There's no pretending, ma'am. I enjoy the feline form. It is exquisite. All of its curves.
Oh my god, you couldn't have said something worse. I mean, you could have, but... Ooh.
Yeah, you could have
You
said.
could have went with like
no.
senses.
You
or
see,
something.
as the sun rotates 4 times, and a pure sword of light appears, and she points it straight at your neck.
No shit.
Do you want to repeat that?
I'm good.
Are you sure he means no offense?
She sort of like lowers the weapon and then lifts it and stabs it straight through your feet.
Through my feet?
Foot. Sorry. You take 8 radiant damage from that.
Damn.
You have a massive hole in your feet now, and she removes the sword. Another one from you, and it will be your head.
Is there anything those of us can do who are paralyzed to like struggle against the spell?
No. This is a really high level spell. She has a foot. And she immediately turns to
Or the
she
opposite.
turns to Hamish. You seemed more reasonable. Keep going.
Okay, so we found these keys. We've battled a fair amount of undead to do so. In temples throughout your empire. And as I say, we've been thwarted at every attempt by these Black Lotus members. In particular, one that names himself Joker. He's a fire genasi.
The one that attacked the water temple a few
And
weeks
a
ago.
bit of an asshole.
The one that attacked the water temple a
Aye,
few weeks
that's
ago.
him. Aye, that's him. We were there as well. We tried to fight him.
Let's say I give you the box. What then?
We'd quite happily open it in front of you or another priest if that's what you prefer. Honestly, we're hoping whatever inside contains clues on how to better take down the Black Lotus.
Do you know why the box is stored here?
I imagine to protect it from the wrong hands.
Johan gave it to the first High Priestess, and it has been passed down through generations. It's been here for 800 years. I hate you, Josh. I fucking hate you, holy sh...
It's not holy shit, it's holy fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, she'd have to stab him in the ass for
I'm starting to feel like he's Sam and I'm just Matt Mercer
It
to the
just
point.
came to me like,
Yeah, but then he's gonna
oh
have
my
an
God.
asshole.
Anyway,
Yeah, nailed it.
Gets stabbed right through the asshole, the holy anus.
so Nick, what you replied to what she said?
800 years, so it's literally been here from the beginning of your empire then?
Yes.
800. Huh.
I'm waiting, Nick. Convince me to give you.
Sorry, I can hear you reply.
Convince me to give you her little box.
Do you have any more surrounding information on the history stuff?
So I can hear you reply.
I said. She said yes since the beginning.
Oh, I also couldn't
Look.
hear.
Anything we find, we will, and of course, we don't know much about share without it. It was the imperial family of the Ni Empire.
Make a persuasion check.
Why am I the one doing this? I've got negative.
You're the one talking to her. Josh made a boo boo by being a cat.
I know, because everyone else is bloody fraud.
Yeah, because you made your save,
No.
so congratulations.
I'm sorry, I used the wrong F word in my alliteration with feline. Also, I didn't roll well,
Show me the key.
so
I go to whoever has the key and rummage in their pocket and pull out the key.
I think it was Bobinock, but I'm not sure.
If you want the box, reach into it by yourself. If you survive, you can keep it.
Yeah, I was so upset right now that he's paralyzed because he would do that instantly as soon as she said it.
Wait. As she says this,
I'm
Golem
happy
reaches
to
in.
do that.
She immediately
Golem
stops the
reaches in.
golem. She literally grabs the golem's hand. No. A
No,
living creature.
No, don't worry. I'm more than happy to risk my life for the betterment of our collective
Where are my
societies.
D12s?
I'm more than happy to do
Where
that.
are my
Golem looks
D12s?
very sad.
Where are all my 6 D12s? Here they are.
Golem looks
Are you
very
gonna reach?
sad.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Make a
Okay.
Constitution saving throw. Okay, so you only take half damage. That's 24 plus 11, 35 plus 9, 40. 4 plus 5, 49 plus 12, 61 damage halved. So you take 30
Oh,
radiant
okay.
damage.
nice.
Radiant.
Yes.
Sorry, quickly checking spells. Absorb element. Does it?
Nope.
No.
I don't
Only
think
elemental.
I don't think Angel
No.
Yeah.
is an element.
Okay.
I mean, you're still standing, you have enough HP.
Whew, good thing I have
Imagine
that.
if it was Flint
Yeah.
doing this.
I thought that was total. Oh man.
If that was Flint, he would have insta-died there. Okay.
You're wearing the ring.
his wrist is really, really burnt.
The rings have been swapped.
no,
Tom,
and
so they're the other way around.
We swapped it around.
Your hand is like completely burnt all the way up to the elbow.
I don't show any pain.
I mean, with your Constitution saving throw, I'm gonna say you don't. He's crying like a baby inside.
I see that, and I will ask. Are you happy with this outcome at this point? Is this what you're looking for, or is there something else?
We'll see.
I take out my cup of mead and of ambrosia, and I take a sip. To try and help the pain.
Roll a Constitution, because that still makes you drunk, the ambrosia.
That's the point.
You're able to hold off pretty well.
Aye. Does she notice that the goblet is clearly like given to me by a
If she
goddess
notices, she doesn't.
within the near?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. She now like sees you with the goblet, and she checks your tattoo. And you see it. Why would you be chosen? Not even a Genasi. Chosen by one of your gods. Heresy. That must be heresy.
Wait, hold on.
Hey,
Hold on.
Shut up. She turns at you and is like, shut up.
Begin exterminatus.
I reveal my left wrist.
Oh, don't get
She
it
doesn't even
worse,
notice
yeah.
you. She's just focusing on him.
Relate. Surely, rather than seeing this as heresy, you should see that we are somehow on the right path. That our journey, our mission is. I mean, for her to bless even one as low as I, surely our mission must be divinely assisted.
Make a persuasion with advantage on that. Was a bit better. She
It's not terrible.
This is the best persuasion yet.
She gives you the key. Open the box.
I open the box.
What's in the box?
As the box opens, inside you see what it looks like to be a piece of an amulet.
Is everything pieces in the game?
Oh yeah. Make an insight check, by the way.
Insight.
Yep.
Stop getting me to do negatives.
Okay.
Oh,
You've
wow.
seen this this design before. Or at least part of it, on a broken statue in the south tower of the castle.
It's in pieces, of course.
Now that's very interesting.
You see her like do a small prayer as you open the box. Well, now what? How are you leaving the castle?
Well, preferably with your blessing through the front door, but we'll happily go out the way we came if that's preferable to you. If you'd rather not acknowledge our presence within your capital.
I have a better idea. Something I learned from a friend a long time ago. I haven't seen him in a while. You see a teleportation, like a portal appear
Oh,
under you.
Of course it's Greases.
Yeah, I was
course it's
gonna
fucking
say.
Greases.
fucking Greases.
And you
As I imagine fall through it, I go, "You know, Greases!" I disappear.
and you fall like on the ocean, near the beach. All of you. You're not restrained anymore.
Nice. Well, we fall into the water and start breathing
Yeah.
the water.
Oh,
It's
we
like
have
full-
water
Yeah, you have
breathing
water
power.
breathings, so you're fine.
I have a
Yep.
question. If
I
you're in
imagine
the
I forget
water,
and I'm holding my breath for like as long as
What was
I
the question?
can, and then I'm
I
like,
if,
oh,
if you have water breathing on you, can you drink?
Yes.
What happens
because
if
it's
you
swallow, right?
Is it like swallowing air though?
It's a different passage in your throat, so you can't
Yeah.
drink.
No, so the water breathing,
Go down.
it allows you to continuously take the air in, but it also allows you to drink, like Zay
So
said,
you're
two
near the
different
beach.
passages.
You're about around here.
Same way a fish can
You're
drink.
around here. Oh, by the way, the water is like sort of like becoming tarnished in red because of your arm, Nick.
I imagine the cold water is probably good for it, but with the salt water it
It
burns,
burns
like
like
hell.
hell.
Wait.
Hamish, Hamish, get
salt
over here.
water?
Get over here, man. Get over here.
I
Out of
like
the water.
with one
If it's-
arm. I start
I'll-
swimming and then realise I can fly and sort of lift myself out and guide myself over instead.
Now, this might be a little bit of an asshole move by me, but I said we
What's
should
new?
have asked. I called it. Suck.
Hey, I'm still saying no harm, no foul.
I mean,
Take 14 points of.
you recover the healing, but your arm is still burnt.
Toasty.
Toasty. Crispy.
Is that like is that going to be like a permanent like character like
For now,
physical
for
choice
now,
but
probably.
Ben Max.
Man, that priestess was a fucking bitch.
Wait, what if she can still hear us?
You would be smite if she could still hear you. Not gonna lie.
I was gonna say that we were not smited, so we might be good.
How did Alta choose someone like that?
Not
I
not
never
not
understand.
Alta.
Oh,
She
no?
didn't have a tattoo.
No, she did have a tattoo
She had a symbol of a
of
sun.
a sun.
Oh,
Oh, she
sun,
did?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeon,
Sun.
the god of the sun.
Alright.
She's blessed by the
You know
head
what,
god.
Man? This is why I don't like religion, man. Organized religion, man.
Agreed.
That
Agreed.
makes
It's a
more-
fucking nepotism cesspit, man.
That makes a lot more sense, bloody sun god worshipping
Bitch.
whatever.
Air Genasi.
She is making quite a strong argument for a republic being installed. I'm just saying.
Is this conversation going on underwater?
I mean, at this,
I imagine in my head we'd like
I'm
swam up
floating.
and broken the surface of the water, and immediately I was just like mouthing off.
I mean, at this point, you would have reached the beach.
I'm floating like just off the floor to keep my arm out of the salt water.
Yeah, as soon as Foss breaks the surface, angry bird noises begin.
yeah, it's probably angry bird noises. Yeah.
If this is salt water, is there potentially sharks? Maybe we should stop bleeding in the water. And
I
get
mean,
out
at
here?
this point, you've reached the shore, so you're fine.
Sharks aren't actually attracted
Okay,
to human blood.
And it's
But
a
he's a
bird, so
dwarf.
it wouldn't be bleeding.
But he's a
as
dwarf.
such.
Doesn't matter. It's still a mammal. Sharks are not attracted to mammal
Okay.
blood.
As you arrive at the beach, what are you doing?
I
Of
suppose
course,
Alright.
we're amphibious.
Well, it looks like we're back. At
I
the
don't know
beach
about
then.
you guys, but I need a drink.
I
Always
second this.
drink.
I'm right there with you, man.
Would it be a wise idea to go back into the city after what happened?
You know what?
Uh,
Fuck
I think-
them.
the only one that saw us is let us go. So I think we're solid, right?
I think if we stick to the outer words and
Yeah.
also not try and draw attention to ourselves and sort of keep our conversation levels either private or at a low level, man, I think we'll be okay
We-
while we stay in the
Um,
city for little amount of time.
Yeah. If we keep
Frank,
the circus
is
performances
this,
to a minimum.
down here, the
Yeah.
bar down, is there a pub down in
No,
the
no.
district?
Most
I imagine, I could
Fine.
say, oh, I
that
thought, you know, near
remind-
the sailors. Sailors always need a pub near them. Alright,
there's only pubs within the walls.
That reminds me, the golem should not take sea water.
I imagine, like, I helped the golem swim to shore, carried it to
It-
shore.
Can we stay at a different place tonight? Just I don't know.
Maybe
Make
outside the
yourself-
city walls.
Yeah, man.
Or
I'm
that.
totally
I'm
out
happy with
for
that.
some nature living.
some camping away from people might be in order.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
I feel like we've all had our fill of people for one day.
That's
maybe
fair.
a couple, man. Holy
I mean, it's
shit.
morning now,
Yeah.
so
Wait, outside
Yeah,
the
it's early in
city,
the morning and we already filled
We're
Well,
done with
that's-
people after about 2 hours.
outside the city, will there be any lizards?
Well, what did
and
we?
cooked
Okay,
maybe.
Also, where do we find oil?
Yes,
And
right.
what's with this amulet?
S-
What's with this amulet piece here?
That is a good question.
It looks like a bit of the.
I would like to cast Identify on it.
Yes.
This has been
Hell
the use
yeah.
of the identify spell.
Identify.
Yes.
We've been missing the spell.
The identify
Another-
reads
another-
a third of
Ah,
a third of a
yes.
magical amulet.
And I will be using my magic item analysis, so I do not waste any components, even if it's a
It
ritual.
says a third of a magical amulet.
So we
Sorry.
need to find two more pieces of a magical amulet, I presume.
Thori goes,
Well,
this is what it says, and I quote, 1 of 3 pieces of a magical amulet.
while
That
he
is
was
quite
casting,
a weird identifier.
while I was casting identify, can I ritually cast detect magic and understand what kind of schools of magic might be given off?
That's a good question.
That's a
I'm
good
full
thing.
of those today. Good questions, really, really, really bad comments that are really, really corny. In
Comments?
text chats.
Yeah, those comments. Did you just get a smart pistol for a goddamn mouth today?
So
Yeah.
you feel abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, and transmutation.
That's all the schools
Wow.
except necromancy.
No, you're also missing illusion.
Okay, that's all the schools of magic except 2.
Can I point out we unlocked 4 keys to find a third of an emblem? The way this is going, we're going to unite them to find half of a fabricated egg, and then inside that, bloody.
It's like that one bit in Darksiders 2.
You
A
know what,
third
man?
of
How about the celestial check?
the symbol has a lot of runes, but none of you can read it.
None of us can read it.
I would like to compare it with my rune magic book.
Not even Body Knock with his I can read all languages.
No one.
Yeah. I would like to
Is it
compare.
celestial
Nope.
per the lantern?
Oh no! When you
It
turn
was,
the lantern on, it does
we
give
rec-
some celestial energy. Yes.
Okay.
And Faust, we recognised the amulet. It's the same one that's in our basement.
At this point, I'm
Was
way
in
out
the
of town.
second
I
cell
You can read
tower.
all you can read
Yeah,
all
it-
writing except this one.
It was more I was wondering about like religious iconography.
I would like to know. Oh no, go on, man.
Matt?
No, go on.
Um,
I'm done.
Compared to my book of rune magic, is there any link, or is this
Uh,
nothing?
Much
comparable
more
there?
advanced than what you could actually achieve.
Okay, so this is old rune magic.
Arcane Arcana.
Ha!
If it's not within my book, that means it's old rune magic.
So Arcana?
Primordial magic,
Mhm.
basically.
So it's a higher tier of rune magic. We've seen like one example of this before. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Right, anyone have any clue what we're gonna do next?
what time? It's like 4 or 5 in the
No, no.
morning. Close to that.
At this point, he's
Oh,
around
no.
7. The sun has come up.
Mm. I think at this point I should probably buy some more lamp oil.
I mean,
I've been
you can go to a shop and buy it. I don't know how much a lamp oil is. I need to check it out.
We could stay here.
a flask of oil is like a silver
Yeah,
piece.
you can remove a silver and add it. You'd find it somewhere in the markets.
We could
Okay.
stay here,
Cool.
or we could start heading back home.
That's an
I-
interesting question.
After I buy some lizards for the hold.
Aye, and I need to
me-
say goodbye to my aunt. I promised.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
I've
some
already
research
closed
in
those bits.
at the castle and at Bath would be check the libraries back home and all that.
a description of what Naldo saw inside the room with Ragnar, yes.
I would like to find Athelstan.
While we are exiting the city and deciding what we're doing, can I keep an eye out for any unfriendly eyes?
Make a perception check.
Can do. Can do. This guy said the horse. Wow!
Can you go?
A 1 and a 2.
I mean, you
And
you
the one
feel
and
like
two,
you're
three,
being
four.
watched, but you think it might just be the desert animals.
Is it a lizard?
Foxes.
Is it a lizard? Is it being watched by a
Although you do
lizard?
feel a familiar look gaze upon you.
Hey Joker, how you doing?
What's up, bitch boy?
There's a few different people that could be now.
Greases.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is a very high chance it's Greases.
It could be anyone that can.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I gave you 2 clues. I said animals and something you've already seen.
Oh yeah. No, I'm fully aware.
Yes, and Greases is a filthy fucking animal, so it makes sense.
I'm gonna try to find some piece of nature that's struggling to grow. I'm gonna try and sit down and meditate with it and grow it as everyone else goes off and does their own thing. If that is the plan.
So you're going to meet Avila, Hamish?
Aye,
Aye.
Amish,
with anyone who would like to
would it
join
be
me.
alright for me to go with you? I have not yet met your aunt.
Oh my god.
I have a feeling you two will get on like a house on fire. And by the way, don't set the house on fire.
Would it be alright if I also came along to visit your aunt?
Yeah.
Would
Of
we be able
course.
To, would we be able to buy some fried lizard on the way?
Oh yes,
yeah,
I'm sure there must be a stand.
I've not had any yet.
Oh,
I
you're
can
missing
stop
out.
having-
Well,
Why-
we'll
why-
fix that.
Why don't we all just go visit his aunt?
I'm okay. One visit was enough.
No, I think we should all go. It would be a nice gesture to the old lady.
That's how I'm gonna kill this character.
Somebody died of a heart attack.
Oh my god.
Well, you know, she's quite old. We don't want to overwhelm her.
Well, if she's going to die, let her die with a happiness.
Oh my god.
Wow. Now we're talking about killing Hamish's aunt.
So
No, we're not talking about killing her. We're talking about her dying from natural causes.
yes, while we're over there.
On
Kelsey.
purpose.
so you reach. Who is going to the house?
I am.
Yeah, at the moment we've got
So,
Thori,
Hamish,
Faust, and
Ross.
myself.
I'll just
Did
assume
Bobby
it's
not
Yeah,
also
fine.
Bobby
Bodinock as well.
This is probably when AR's going shopping. I actually want to buy a deck of cards as well. I'll look that up.
I'm also taking Algia in Golem form.
Okay, you reach the house. She is still smoking.
Vibes over.
Hello, Auntie.
But
Me again.
back so soon, Gordon.
Unfortunately, we've kind of have to leave town rather sharpish, so I've came to say goodbye.
Oh, a couple of new faces again. 3 actually.
Aye,
She doesn't
well,
recognize
actually
the
a
Golem
fairly
as the
large
first time.
party, but this is my good friend Thori. This is Faust, and this is Bodinock.
Hello there.
Tiago. Bobby.
It's wonderful
Fourth.
to meet you, lady.
Fourth,
Aye, you
actually
got it in one.
counts.
So I just came to say goodbye like I promised, and if you need anything, you know, don't hesitate to send a letter, and I would write down the address of Castle Buckware.
I might take a visit at some point.
Aye, you're welcome anytime.
Good. Oh, actually, she goes to the back and brings out around 5 rations. Take these. I made them yesterday.
Oh,
Is it
oh,
fried
thank
lizard?
you.
No. It's
This saddens me.
stew. I think it's stew. I hope I follow the right recipe. I can only see half of it.
Aye. Also, if by some bizarre coincidence you happen to run into any other members of the family, maybe don't mention I popped in. I doubt they'd be happy to hear from me.
Why not, Horatio?
I'm not on the best of terms with them. It's a big misunderstanding, to be honest. But as you might have gathered by my rainy composure, you know, I'm not in the best of books with Castle McAdams, the Clan of McAdams.
That sounded so Scottish. Oh my fucking god. The Clan of McAdams.
Aye, the Clan of McAdams.
Well, that makes 2 of us. For different reasons.
She might have perceived also that the tartan I'm wearing is the reverse colours of our family clan. They're not. It's not the traditional.
She
McAdams
can only see half your armor. You're
tartan.
lucky if she notices you're wearing the clan colors.
I figured, but I thought I might as well say just in case.
Well, I need to go do some chores. See you soon. Horatio, Tariq.
Excuse me, madam, is there any fried lizard nearby?
She points at a shop.
I will be back.
Over there, Tremaine.
I just run there.
Goodbye, Bradley.
Hey, look after yourself. Look after yourself.
See you soon, Freddy.
If you're finding it hard, I'm going to be a good. I'm going to give her 50 gold.
Oh,
Gee, big spin.
Okay.
damn.
I want you to hire yourself some help around the shop, maybe an apprentice.
She grabs it.
I don't want you working too hard. All right.
Sure, working too hard.
You need somebody. You need somebody.
And places the coins inside her pocket.
Don't spend it all on alcohol. Most of it, aye, but not all. But not all of it. All right.
49-1, okay? She...
The dwarvish
The
way.
dwarvish way. Okay. How are you guys going to leave the city then? All of you.
First of all, I would like to buy 4
Running.
fried
Oh,
lizards.
sorry.
We have our horses.
We got horses.
So you're going to horse your way all the way back to Narsir.
Horse our way back
We're
to
not going to
Narsir?
Narsir, we're going to Bath.
We got.
To Riaza, I
Going to
mean.
Bath.
Yeah, we have
I-
it. We're gonna stop on the way to, water them and
Can we get the
You
Big
know.
Mac?
look after them.
Oh yeah, I would.
Let's make sure we stop at a McDonald's.
You
so
could just get a
everybody
boat, you know
can,
that?
Fuel.
Can we also do a Subway? I don't like that.
You could just buy. You could just
Okay,
buy technically buy a
alright.
passage back to Riaza.
I would
Nah,
like.
dude.
That seems
Before
too
that,
easy.
I would like to buy 4 fried lizards, 1 to give to everyone.
That's
And
around
then-
1 silver.
How well do fried lizards hold up in travel?
They're
Oh,
They,
I'm gonna
beca-
eat
they
mine right
become
away.
quite mushy after a while.
How long exactly? I need
A
to know.
day, they become very mushy.
All right, all right.
Wait, doesn't the
One-
bag of holding fix that?
It
It
would.
would.
Mhm.
It's a vacuum. I would like to buy 25 fried lizards.
There you go.
Maths.
25. Oh no.
I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a discount, and I'm gonna say it's 2 gold.
I got paid 20 for my performance, so deal.
I'm not feeling like doing maths, so I'm just gonna say 2 gold.
A tenth of your income on fried lizard.
Hey,
Yeah, you just see Thorny coming back like full of fried lizards and sticks. You know.
10%.
hey, do we need to fill up on any supplies before we actually leave?
I
Like,
think we
I'm-
just
I already
did.
have.
Oh shit!
don't-
I seem to be behind the times because I guess I'm in need of a couple of rations myself.
No, I mean, we have all the supplies we need. Look at Thori here.
Because also
Oh.
lizard. Try one.
Yes,
Sure, man.
try one.
I'm gonna try something that's been fried. Not to mention that it's an animal, and it was probably not done in the most humane way.
It's really good, lizard. This one is spicy. I do not know if you like spicy.
Give me a 30-second chairlift pitch.
Well, this is lizard. This is fine. And it is the most glorious thing I've seen in my entire life. It reminds me of the good times of my childhood. It makes all the sorrow go away.
I'm going to make an insight check on that because I feel like there's something more going on there.
You sure?
Oh fuck!
What was the roll?
He really likes
22.
He really likes the fried lizard.
It's like the scene
Okay.
from Ratatouille when he tastes it and goes back to his childhood.
It's like,
Well, okay, man. I will, for the sake of trying stuff, fuck it.
I also give a fried lizard to everyone else.
Nice. As he's eating it, I'll
Thank
say,
you.
yeah, as Naldo's like chowing down on the fried lizard,
Yes, they are, and don't you worry. They're about as fresh as they can be. In fact, the best places they actually fry them alive to to keep them as preserved as possible.
Oh god, that's beautiful.
Naldo starts making the gag reflex
So
noises.
I just calmly reach over, pick up the other half that he's not eaten yet. I just reach across, take the half-eaten one out of his hand, and then just like eat it.
so
myself.
you are going to horse your way back to
I feel like
Can we
Is
get
there a
the
ship
further
in the
out map,
harbor?
the big map?
Is
Give
there a
us
ship in the harbor?
Continent
there are
map.
quite a few ships on the map on the
I'll go ask if one
Okay.
of them's going to
so.
Riyadh.
Essentially, we
Okay,
are
so
making
we're-
our way from.
we could charter a ship,
Here.
actually, couldn't we? We
Yeah.
could go from Kai, and we could go like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe to
I know for
Argos
sure.
and then down,
Yeah,
or
maybe-
even all the way to Bath, eh?
Yeah, Bath or
Yeah.
Nasr, one of the two. Might be cheaper.
The horses might not like it, but
Exactly. And it would also be way faster. What? Yeah,
The horses don't get seasick, do they?
they kind of do.
What do you mean?
I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
I
they
don't
do.
know.
I'm not
they
leaving
do.
Kevin behind.
I figure they love it. It's a new experience.
We'll just fill them up with tranquilizers.
so you're you see a
I'm
ship
not gonna lie.
you see a ship with the sails of Riaza.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
I am looking for passage.
Oh, you're in luck. We are taking a royal passenger with us, but we do have
Hold on.
we do have
Nah, dude.
we do have
You're taking.
yes.
You're taking.
We have to be
Ragnar.
done with Ragnar.
Well,
With
we
your
do
boss
have
Ragnar.
some space.
That'd be funny as
It's
fuck.
around
Yes.
6 gold per person.
But we have we have horses. Would that be?
That would be accounted
problem?
within the 6 gold.
Huh. That's actually a good
Right.
deal.
That's actually fairly
And I need
reasonable,
to
right?
ask Ragnar questions. Deep sexual
I dropped my
questions.
dice when he said deep.
Jesus.
I need to ask the deep sexual questions.
Oh,
Did you say
man.
Ragnar? We don't actually know who it is, right?
I
No,
know, that
no,
was
no,
my
no.
guess.
They know. I mean, if Josh told you.
Well, no,
know-
I meant I think we
know
don't know who's on the
Ragnar's
ship.
here.
You said royal, but nobody asked.
I mean,
yeah.
it's the.
Okay,
we
well,
know
I mean,
Ragnar's here, so
no,
it's an assumption.
It'd be
Yeah,
a hell of a
Matt.
coincidence if it's not him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
so who's this royal passenger?
I wouldn't
Can you
know.
say? Oh,
I need to have a.
Who was it that has met Ragnar out of all of us?
No one.
Wasn't it?
Josh has seen him in a distance.
yeah, we.
Yeah, I don't think.
Well,
I-
Uh,
I've seen him in a well, it was a cat, and then
No, you also
we saw the outline.
you also saw
I know.
I think back at
you saw him
Riaza,
back
you
at
saw
Riaza.
him
Remember
back
when you
in
met
Bath.
Flocky?
Oh.
I think even back in Bath, I wrote down some stuff and then completely lost that section of notes. So that's there somewhere on my desk.
Okay.
Or in a chair.
He
I don't
says
know.
the ship will leave in around 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes.
That gives
Sounds
me
like,
almost
are we good?
more-
I think we're good.
Is there any fried lizard salesman near the docks, good sir?
Don't you already have 25 of them?
I might run short.
There is one
Will.
near the. Tom has fucking lost it.
Hold on.
Oh my. I need to print.
Tom's
I
dead.
need to print screen this.
I'm so happy this meme was born.
Okay, I need to.
He's still laughing.
Well, how about this? I mean, cooking's not far from alchemy. I could probably try and reverse engineer the recipe on the ship.
No,
And then
no.
I can
Yeah,
cook it
man,
at home.
and I feel like we could enhance it a little bit.
Wait,
man.
wait. First, you promised you would show me your own fried lizard recipe.
Oh my god.
That is a very good point. We will have plenty of time for that on the boat, I should think, if we can bring some lizards and something to fry them in.
I'll go buy lizards.
Yes, live ones. Don't forget. You have to fry them alive.
Well, I'm not an idiot, am I?
Naldo goes over to the railing and just immediately pukes out whatever he had for breakfast.
Wait. I had a beautiful idea.
Pierre holds his hair.
Wait. I'm going to install a fryer on the goal.
Oh my god.
Ugh,
Yeah.
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
that's
You're
not-
able to
that's not
buy
character.
10 at the price of like a gold alive.
I'll take them.
They require an upgrade slot.
They're like,
Can I buy Naldo some kale and some mushrooms?
Yeah, a couple of
before we get on the
silver.
road? I try and find like the dodgiest, hippiest,
Yes!
weird ass dude
Yes!
I can find to buy them
So,
I bet he also sells lizards.
from. The kind where the mushrooms will most likely do something very funky
So,
to him if he tries.
so right now, it's so the month is it's early Uktar. I'm using the calendar of Arctus for the campaign, by the way.
Right.
So it's the 11th month Uktar, and it would take you around 2 weeks on boat to reach home. So you'd arrive mid Uktar, so around the 15th or something.
I know we're pretty set with lizards, but will food, like in general, be provided on the boat, or do we need to buy like rations
some
and
of it
shit?
will.
I have
The other thing is,
16 lizards in a bag of holding. We're good.
as a cleric, don't you have access to create food and water? As a
I
food
do
vessel?
actually, yeah. Yeah,
Wait,
that's a
wait.
good point.
We're going
Does
to be on
that-
the boat for several days, so you're probably gonna have time to get the spell.
Yeah,
Does
Yeah,
that
just
mean-
daily. Just
Okay,
cast
if
it
you
every day.
Wait.
it's bland and flavorless food though, so the fried lizards will be a good,
On-
break. for me.
I was about to ask, can you create
Rice and beans.
fried lizards?
on these 2 weeks, do you want anyone wants to do anything?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, I would.
I don't know. I would say actually, it seems like a good because Josh has brought up this before. Is maybe this would be a good point for like next week.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some
Yeah.
random encounters. Maybe this takes a while and we play it
Yeah.
out a little bit.
So
I
we'll
know
end the
there's-
session here.
Maybe I could do some spying on the nobility or something and all
Yeah,
that.
this is a good place to end the
We can
session.
get into some shenanigans.
Yeah, and we can
Is anyone?
keep going next week.
I was wondering, is anyone like proficient in stealth?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
One moment, please.
Wait.
I think that's ARO for the win.
He has a +10.
Because
Oh, wow.
if anyone is, well,
Wait, that's
AR
that's what we
then
got.
I'd probably come to you to ask if you could help me
Right.
become better at stealthing because I'm not
That's
particularly good.
more accurate.
Okay, let's say we'll end the session here and keep going next week from here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tom, if you want Hamish to teach you stealth, he would be happy to do that.
For the three, we
I'm
have
actually better at it than AR.
we have 3 viewers. If
And?
any of these are not us,
You beat a 10 with advantage?
I will
Well, I get
I will
advantage
thank
with
those people for watching, and the stream will be up hopefully by tomorrow morning on the YouTube if everyone lost anything.
And remember, try a fried lizard.
For all of the vegans out there, please don't try a fried lizard. There are so many better options, including mushrooms.
Are you
Just
insulting?
gonna throw that out there.
Are you insulting the
shrooms.
grand cuisine of the
But
New
yes, do
Empire?
shrooms. Shrooms are fantastic.
okay.
Portobellas, baby bellas, even the little white pieces of shit you get at the grocery store that's like $1.25.
Are you insulting the grand cuisine of the New Empire in my presence?
And for everyone watching, we'll see you next week.